Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome. I hope you all are having a wonderful evening. Listen, we got some things to get into tonight. Listen, Ariane is ready. Hello, Ariane. Hello, hello. You are the first to join, but I know they're going to come on in here. Y'all, I got a lot to talk about. Y'all know how I get. Y'all know how I get when I get to having these questions. I hit the live button. I hit the live button. I got a lot of questions. And Freddie P's like, Sheik, listen, I'm hearing you got these questions out here about P. Diddy, but that's all right. I'm going to clear that up for you tonight. I got some answers. So y'all get ready. We got quite a few videos. He sat down and child, he was just talking. You know how somebody get real comfortable and they like bet what's good, what you want, what you want. That's the energy Freddie P is giving. And child, I am here for it. It's a lot of videos. It's like 125 minutes. We're going to start with first. And then there's some other smaller ones. But y'all, we got to get through to all of them. I don't know why the interview is broken up like that, but it don't damn matter because we got time today because we got time today. So get ready. We finna get into some things. We're going to talk about it. Y'all let me know if you got any questions. Listen, I know y'all be just as confused as me. I ain't got the answer, but Freddie P said that's okay because I got the damn answers. I do. I do. Until he run me my damn check, I'm going to have all the answers. So he like, listen, Freddie P like, listen, I'm about to drop a song. Listen, this man say he about to drop a song. He about to show up for Kim Porter in a way that her own offsprings have not showed up for her. So we got a lot to get into tonight. Please come on in here, hit the like button, like, share, subscribe. I also want to get into some things pertaining to Courtney Burgess. Courtney Burgess. So he is the man who's saying that he got all the tapes. Child, he got all the receipts, not some of the receipts, not volume 1, 2, 3. Listen, he said he got all the volumes. So he went to court and them folks summoned him. They said, sir, we hear you got all the tea. We hear you got all the tea. You know, when the feds come knocking, they were like, sir, come here. Let me holler at you. So he got that let me holler at you, message sent over to him. So they hollered at him. But let me know, did you all, who in this chat have listened to, or maybe you caught the live reading of Kim's Lost Words? Did you catch the live reading of Kim Lost Words? Because he is behind that. He didn't put the book out, but he gave it to a man who did release the book. But he's like, that's all right, because I got my own version I'm about to release. That was the PG version. I got the real deal Holyfield. So y'all know I already put my order in. I'm just waiting for it to be delivered to the doorstep. We will do a live reading on his book because he like, listen, that one was play. It was real, but it was edited. It was PG. He like, listen, what I'm about to drop, it ain't nothing edited about it. This is what her words say. So I guess he like, if she called him a son of a bitch, piece, whatever the hell she called him, that's what's gonna be in them on them pages. He ain't changing nothing. So he gonna put it out there the way she put it out there. So it's like, listen, Kim delivered it this way, so I'm about to deliver it to you all this way. So you all make sure you are subscribed to this channel as well as my other channel, because I've been playing around like, which channel am I going to read it on? But I don't know, y'all. You just want to make sure you locked in on both channels, because y'all know them live readings they give y'all. It ain't nothing like a live reading. I really enjoy doing a live reading. I've done one on this channel as well as the other channel. But I'm like, it's time to do it again. And we're going to hear what he has to say. So welcome. I'll get through the comments, and we're going to jump over to the internet. Listen, TMZ, like, listen, it ain't no drama, no gossip without TMZ having their name in the mix. TMZ, pretty soon, y'all think TMZ name going to be attached to my name one day? Listen, TMZ be acting like they be there, like they was goddamn at the Diddy parties. You can't tell TMZ. They don't know what the hell they be talking about, y'all. Hey, PM, how are you? Hello. Hey, Yvonne. Hello. Welcome. Lami's in the house. Hello. Listen, Ariane said, yes, she speak on it. Listen, ain't this the perfect name? I be speaking on the damn thing. I wish I did put it. She speaks on the damn thing. That's another name too, y'all, because we going to talk about it. She definitely be speaking on it. Tonight is going to be no different. Child, it's Friday night. Listen, husband and messed around and left me by myself with the kids. So y'all know I'm showing out. He probably gonna come up in here and chat, y'all. So y'all see somebody in here showing out. It's likely him. Hello, Shelly. How are you? Hello. Y'all, we got a lot of things to get into, but let's get into it. Let me share my screen. Y'all know how I do over here. I'm ready. Let's see what's let me take this comment off. TMZ says Diddy's grand jury talks to new witness, claims he has tapes Kim Porter's diary. So you all, that would be the Courtney Burgess I was speaking on. A man who claims he has sex tapes from Diddy's parties and the real Kim Porter memoir. Listen, y'all, the real one says he's been subpoenaed by the federal grand jury. We got attorney Ariel Mitchell and her client Courtney Burgess Thursday outside of the federal courthouse, y'all. That was yesterday. Y'all, but keep this. That was yesterday, but y'all, I told y'all I already ordered the book. So keep that in mind as we plan some of these recordings, because y'all know I be on it. Because listen, I didn't already order the book like almost like a week ago. So it says Thursday outside of federal courthouse in Lower Manhattan, and they told us they just finished testifying for the grand jury. Courtney says he was initially contacted by agents from the Department of Homeland Security, one of the federal agencies involved in the Diddy criminal case. Mitchell says her client was subpoenaed and she claimed they have evidence to corroborate some of Courtney's allegations. He's previously done interviews claiming he has seen salacious videos of Diddy and his celebrity friends. Listen, we need them names, but that's all right. If Fetty P said, we got you. I got you, Sheik. Plus, he says he has the unedited version of the diary allegedly written by Kim, Diddy's late ex-girlfriend and mother of his 4 kids. Sources with direct knowledge tell TMZ the subpoena from federal prosecutors asked Burgess to turn over all the records, not some of them, but all of them, including thumb drives, hard drives, electronic storage devices, or devices containing videos and or other files depicting Diddy. Sounds like it was a busy day in court for Ariel and Courtney, because she also told our photog that they were going to a separate hearing to determine what, if any, evidence they needed to turn over to the feds. Diddy's already locked up on charges of sex trafficking, racketeering, and transportation to engage in prostitution, and has pled not guilty. There was purported Kim's memoir on Amazon earlier this year, but it was pulled after her kids denounced it and cast doubt on its authenticity. And Courtney claims he has the real deal in his possession. Y'all, soon I'm about to have it too. I told you I done ordered it. Ariel tells us they are going to work with Amazon to get this book published themselves, though they don't have a timeline. Stay tuned. Y'all, remember, I told y'all I done already placed the order. So peep that. They said ain't got no timeline, but I done told y'all I have already placed my order and it is on its way. It is on its way. Listen, Lami said, I'm going to buy his book. Listen, he said that first one was play, y'all. But let me share. I'm going to share something else with you all where he was speaking. Him and his attorney was speaking. So you all can kind of hear, like, you know, what exactly he had to say. So let's get it. Hold on. Let's cue it up. Y'all, I got so many tabs open because we're going to get into some things tonight. Like, share, and subscribe. Fair use, y'all. Fair use. So let's see what they had said to Courtney and Ariel. Let's see what they had said to TMZ folks coming out of the courthouse. So let's get it.
Contact with you. I did watch your YouTube interview. I saw as of 2 weeks ago they haven't been in contact with you. What about today?
Yes.
So they have been in contact with you. Is that why you're here today?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, wow. So were you surprised, or was that the call that you were kind of waiting for?
Surprise.
Oh. Do you feel like the interview had anything to do with it, or?
Yes.
Yeah. How do you know Sean Combs?
Generation. You know, Frank Lucas was my godfather and his father, and then we both was in the music business for 30 years together.
So you personally know him?
Not who? No, who personally?
Sean Combs.
Not personally.
But you know of him. He knows of you.
Yeah. I used to be in Tupac, Hussein Fatal. He stopped a lot of my music. A lot of other people who didn't care about him. understand? It's not around today.
Right. So
Stewart from Def Jam Records.
You made a lot of allegations, right? Are you expected to eventually turn those things over, or
well, that's what we're going to head over to do now. So we have a hearing now to determine what we're going to do in terms of what documents we'll have to turn over and what documents we do not have.
So why were you in court today?
Just to give testimony to the grand jury. He was subpoenaed by the court. So as we all know, if you don't answer a subpoena, the marshals will come to your house as they came to his house, and they will bring you here. So that's why we're here today.
I know you can't mention celebrities per se. You did mention some in the interview. So just to clarify, you can back that up with actual factual footage.
We have, it's things that we have, but we got to go to the other courthouse. So I don't know if that's any more questions, but we kind of got another hearing to go.
Are you nervous, or do you feel cool?
Nah, I ain't never nervous. The only thing's fair to me is God.
I know you did mention what was on the flash drive before. Would you be able to kind of go over that now, or is that something that you can't discuss?
No, we're trying to just go to discuss that now, what we will be able to talk to in terms of what was available and what was on those flash drives.
Okay.
But it was the book. So
it is Kim Porter's book, but not necessarily some of the stuff with the celebs that were mentioned besides.
It's hers. Nobody touched it.
Oh, so it is her official book.
Yes. Nobody,
and no one touched it.
Nobody altered it. Nothing.
So it's not the copy that the gentleman said that he was selling before. No.
No.
It's two different copies. That one was edited, and we have the original copy.
So you're saying that the other copy was an actual real copy, even though the family said it wasn't?
Was a derivative work.
It was edited. The only way the family say that is because I forgot his name. I'll be sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. And besides that, how they know? A lot of stuff their mother did, they didn't know. And I'd like to say apologize to the mother and the family for the picture being on front of it.
Right.
You understand? I didn't put it there.
Right.
So, they got to worry about bigger things.
Right.
Than what her diary was. You understand?
Right.
They should have started worrying when he was beating her.
Right.
When you start worrying about your mother after the fact.
Right. So, the book, do you think it'll ever be open to the public, or after this, or
that'll be the next thing? I've been contracted to go to Amazon and work out whatever legalities that may have existed prior, so that we can republish the book.
Wow! So the public will get to see her actual words and thoughts.
So very soon, the actual unedited version.
So I'm wondering, do you own the rights, I guess, or how does that work?
I guess own rights was given to me, right?
Okay. Possession is not for the law. So.
Listen, he said them kids should have been worried about their mama when she was alive, when that man was doing the absolute most to her versus now. But he said that's all right, because I'm about to speak on her in a way that her kids should have been speaking on her, with letting out the truth, and we are here for it. I told y'all I'm just waiting on mine to come to my doorstep, and we are going to get into it. They're going to be mad. Listen, if you guys did not check, any of you did not check out the live reading, any of you come across this video, you're part of the replay gang, it will behoove you to get into it, because there was some things said. And he's saying the reason why suddenly I'll be sure is now saying is lies, because he's learned that his name is in the book. He was co-signing. See, that's what happens when you get to co-signing some stuff before you see what's in it. Because he was co-signing some stuff before he knew what was in it. But that's because he knew that she really did have things in the works. So that's why he was like, okay, bet if you got it. Yeah, it's true. That fool didn't think that she had his name up in a chapter, that he had him a whole chapter to himself. That's all right. She what they say, tell the truth for shame the devil. She was telling her truth. She is telling her truth, and we were here for it, and we gonna be here for that unedited, that raw deal book that is on its way to my doorstep, y'all. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. Lami said they did say that Kim, gave like 4 people her journals and video cell phones. I believe this guy was one of her confidants. That's why he made the comments to her sons. Right. Exactly. Your mom, you say, come on and hit the like button. It's free. Yes, y'all. I was gonna say that. Thank you for the reminder, child, because my likes it wasn't doing what it's supposed to do. Hit the like button. Hey, Karen, how you doing? She said, hey, Chic and honor students. Listen, y'all buckle up, get your pens, your paper, your notebook. Listen, we got some things to get into. So I wanted to start there with getting into what Courtney Burgess had to say, because we did get into the book that was released that he's co-signing and saying, listen, everything true, not some of the things, everything. But listen, Freddie P said, if y'all are still running around acting confused, lost, and not knowing what the hell going on, that's all right. That's all right. Check this damn hour interview out, and I'm going to answer all your damn questions. I'm going to give you answers to the questions you got, and I'm going to give you answers to the questions you didn't know you needed to ask. He said, that's all right. I got y'all. Listen, hold tight. Hold tight. So let me cue this up. Welcome, honor students. Please like, share, and subscribe. I welcome all of you. We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to leave no rock unturned. We're going to get into some things. Remember, I told y'all years ago, I covered a video over here on Freddie P as he was he was real emotional about how that man played in his face and beat him out of his money. And so fast forward to today, listen, he's like, listen, every dog has had their day and P. Diddy is having his day and he's here for it. So we are going to, let me make sure, because I got a lot of things. I'll make sure I got the right one, because it's a lot of videos. It's kind of an interview that's kind of broken out. So the art of dialogue, check them out. They're the ones who interviewed Freddie P. So this one is a longer one. It's 25 minutes, but then there's maybe like 5 other ones that are like 4 minutes, 7 minutes. They're short, but we're going to get into all of them because he drops things in all of them that make you be like, what? Like, listen, he did not hold back. So listen, he said some things and he wants the world to hear about. So we finna help with that and spread the word. We gonna spread the word as you come on in. Like, share, subscribe. You all make sure, you know, that you're welcoming those who are joining us, anyone who's new, as we get into this interview. So let's get it. Fair use.
My guy, Freddie P, man. Happy to have you back on the platform, man. We got a lot to get into, man. You heard about how Tupac family, they hired a lawyer to see if Diddy had something to do with Tupac murder? You heard about that?
Honestly, I wonder how that worked. Like, can they sue? Can they, like, how it go? Because if that's the case, then Dirk got to worry about a lot of situations going on. A lot of people, you know what I'm saying? If that's the case, you know, so I wonder if they can sue. I would tell them go get their money. You know what I'm saying? But it's too much. It's too much in between. That's my thing, right? I think a lot of this Puffy going through right now is because he got away with the murder. It ain't even that. It's just a lot of stuff that Puffy got away with. People don't even understand. So the feds know, but they can't prove it. You think they care about some fucking trafficking and all? They don't care about that shit. They targeting the man for what they know he got away with. You know, you got to think. Come on, man. It's there's stories out there about Jamie Foxx. Jamie Foxx, they say Jamie went into the feds. You got to think. And not only thing what made me believe that is when you read Kim book. See, a lot of people be trying to discredit Kim book. Let me get to that. A lot of people be trying to discredit this book. But when I sat there and I listened to myself, I'm old enough to know when somebody lying to me. You know what I'm saying? Now the book may have let me tell you why I feel like, because when Gene sat up here, Gene was saying basically like, oh, that book, brother, it ain't real and this and that. Why would she put herself out like that? And Gene, let me keep it real with you. One thing I know about females, the first time you met Kim, like you say, she used to get on dough. You maybe remember her because you was in the right state of mind. She ain't gonna remember you.
Let's pause there. Gene Deal. Some of you, I don't know if everyone know who Gene Deal is. Gene Deal is he's a former bodyguard of P. Diddy. So I think he said he stopped working for him maybe back in like the early 2000s, maybe 2003. It's been some years. So he's been out here talking for heavy, at least for the last couple of years. I'd say, yeah, definitely before Cassie came out with that lawsuit. He was out talking, just telling the business. So he's saying Gene came out talking about, no, it ain't real. The book ain't real. Why would she put herself out like that? So I want you guys to think about, mind you, this person used to be on payroll for Diddy. So all these heinous things, these crazy things that are happening. Remember, Gene worked for him. He was the bodyguard. He was referenced. If you all listen to Kim, the live reading, Kim Lost Words, she referenced Gene Deal's name as him being a bodyguard. She mentioned his name. She talked about the first time, like when she met him and taught the events and things that he was at. I want you all to think that, is it realistic that this man worked for Diddy for many years? I don't know how many years he worked for him. I just know when he stopped working for him, that this man did not witness a lot of these crazy things that are coming out right now. Because I heard him speaking. He was like, no, Diddy wasn't doing Freako. That all happened after I left. He's saying all that stuff happened after he left. Think about that. Do you think that the whole time he was working with him, he didn't see some of this crazy off the wall stuff that we're talking about now? I just want y'all to really think about that. So that's who he's talking about now, as who was trying to kind of deflect and, push people away from the idea that the information in the book Kim Lost Words are true. So let's get back to the interview. Just want to kind of share that background with you all.
She could be around you 3 times and won't remember you. But you know when she do remember you? When a big guy walk in the door with a big gun, that's things girls remember. If you come in there with a bag of money, that's things she would have remembered. So she might have been around you 3 or 4 times the first time she met you and didn't even pay attention to you because she used to have so many securities around. So that right there was like, my thing with Gene is, Gene, man, we appreciate what you did, but you got to be real, brother. Like, it's coming to the road. Like you can't walk away from this. I know you're trying to keep, I feel like he not only him, everybody, Albie Silk, whatever his name is, all these guys who trying to discredit the book have a reason to discredit that book. That's why I can't believe, everybody telling me it's not real, I can't believe it's not real because the people that's telling me it's not real. Albie Silk, sure, whatever. You got reasons for saying it's not real. Gene, you got reasons for saying it's not real because people gonna look at you like a monster for trading on Diddy when you was 8 in it at the time. That's what I mean about when the rubber got to meet the road. You can't walk away from this clean, brother. I mean, you may be the best thing that happened from that situation and you overcame it, but your hands dirty too. And sometimes you just gotta, sit relax and just sit in your shit sometime, and just to smell it, just to know what's going on. Because I feel like when it comes to Kimora, I mean, if you read that book, man, I sent it to you, right?
Yep.
The shit was crazy. And it starts off for me, it's just a lot of, I feel like this, if I'm writing a book and it's a tell-all, I feel like this woman was incriminating herself. Why would she tell you? Because she don't want, if I'm telling you a story and I want you to believe me, I got to tell you the truth. I got to incriminate myself too. I'm guilty as well.
This man sound like he using a lot of common sense. Think about it. Yes, sometimes you got to make, you're not going to look good if you coming with the truth. And like he said, that's logical for her to air out her parts too, because she knows I can't be writing this book talking about all this shit that was popping off, but I'm saying I was in the bed sleep the whole time. She on some Gene Deal stuff. She like, no, what they say, if you ain't gonna tell it all, don't tell it at all. She like, no, I'm telling it all. I'm letting it out. Because by the time this gets out, she probably already knew that she probably was gonna be already gone, but the truth needed to come out. And she wanted you all to know, yes, I seen it because I was a part of that life. So I have to let y'all know I was with the shits too, to a certain extent. This man is using all kinds. Listen, we the honor students. He's an honor student as well. He's using common sense, y'all. This is a young man. He probably around my age. This is a young man. He using common sense. So what he's saying makes sense. Sounds very logical. What they say, Dr. Phil said, common sense just ain't that common no more. But I just want to put that there. Let's get back to the interview. Welcome, everyone. Have you hit the like button? What my likes looking like? Please, welcome. Like, share, and subscribe. Let's get back to this interview, this awesome interview, since Freddie P is letting it all out. Fair use.
I partaked in this. I could understand this ain't no disrespect to her kids because I don't want to make it look like she got a reason. They got a reason for the kids not to say the book wrong. They got a reason for everybody to discredit this book. You know who can't discredit? You know who the only person who can really make this book who could bring everything in that book to life, it's only one person. There's only one person that ain't got nothing to lose. There's only one person that ain't got a hand in the pot. There's only one person who that could validate this book, and that's Miss Wallace. Until Miss Wallace tell me or sit up here and tell the world that those conversations didn't happen, because this lady is explaining private dinners that she had with Puff and Miss Wallace, not a security guard around, nobody around. So one party dead. If one party in jail, if Miss Wallace would come confirm and say, yes, I did sit down with Puffy and I did have that meeting, then that's gonna validate everything. I don't need to hear nothing from no Gene or nothing else. I don't need to hear nothing from Kimora, because she got a reason to discredit this. Everybody got a reason to discredit this book, except for Miss Wallace. And if Miss Wallace sit down and validate those parts in the book where she sat down privately inside of a 3-man conversation, and one of the parties dead and one of the parties in jail, she have nothing to. She ain't got no stake in no horse in the race. Everybody else, Gene still protecting his image. He still.
Do y'all remember that part in the book with Miss Wallace? Remember, Kim was at dinner with Diddy. Miss Wallace walked up on them and started questioning Diddy about her son, Christopher Wallace, aka Biggie, about his money. She's like, yo, like I need some money. Can I get the money that my son had that from what he made with you? And he tried to play crazy. Like, listen, that's all tied up. I ain't got nothing to do with that. That's going through the law, the legal system. Listen, basically it ain't no money. What you need? I got a few dollars. Like, he tried to go in his pocket and give her a few dollars. So she basically, in so many words, cussed him out and just walked on and just left him sitting there. But he tried to play in her face. So that's why he's saying she ain't got nothing to lose. She can co-sign and be like, hell yeah, that part true. I walked up on his ass. He was sitting at dinner with Kim and I asked him where my son's check is. And he tried to convince me that basically my son was in the negative when he died. And that if anything, he owed Diddy. Because y'all know a lot of times in this industry, they front you money. They give you money up front for like your music videos, wardrobe. Y'all know, let you have, for some jewelry so you can look like you're doing something. Then once you start making money, they be like, yeah, remember I fronted you money for this, that, and the third. Yeah, you got to pay for that. So after we deduct that, here go your damn $5,000 check, because that's all you got left. That's how he tried to play Biggie's mom. And she was not here for it. She knew damn well that as big, as huge as her son was, there ain't no damn way on any given Sunday that her son was in the hole with anybody, let alone Diddy, when he died and left this earth. She knew he was playing. So that's why he said that's the person who he want to hear from to co-sign. F what everybody else saying. Let's get back to it. Fair use, y'all. Come on in here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We getting into some things tonight. Engage in the comments, like, share, and subscribe. This is Freddie P just laying it all out.
He trying to come out this clean, but even when I watched the interview with Gene, we know, come on, let's just be real. You had a job to do, brother. And we know your job wasn't easy because you was working for a monster. You know what I'm saying? You was getting paid, you was getting compensated. A lot of stuff you might not sat and ate it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of stuff you probably did, like his mom, you probably spoke up certain situations, but you had to be a monster too. So let it out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I done been around Puffy security guard. I know how Uncle Paulie don't roll. I know what's going on. So when it comes to these guys, and this lady trying to get this story out to the world, and people trying to, my thing is, people keep trying to protect. What's up with all the petty protectors? All these pedophile protectors. I mean, what's going on? I don't respect that shit. If you did it, you did it. If you got the body, you got the body. Like, man up to your shit. There's too many men with women traits in this situation for me, bro. Like, if Puffy, my thing with Puffy is, see, a lot of people getting it twisted. They thinking, oh, we targeting the black man. These are the nigga actions, brother. That company may have, say the company did attack Puffy. They may have attacked Puffy. But these are his actions. This is stuff that they protected for the brand. Because he was a $1 billion brand. So you got fixers behind the scene that was closing shit, that was making sure the shit get snipped off, making sure that nobody found out about this tape, this lawsuit, this and that. And when he went at them, they got the fuck out the way. They say, we know all your dirt. Your brand could have been fucked up, but we've been protecting it. You really gonna go against us? and they just stepped the fuck out of the way. It's kind of like in the book when he said, I'm not gonna protect him no more. It ain't that he sent the hit. He knew I'm no protector. The money I spend is I just get out the way and let them do what they're gonna do to you. When I listen to that book is too in detail, and I'm a grown man. I know when somebody lying to me. If people just go listen to I heard the lady read the audio part for me, like so I was just sitting down smoking a blunt listening, and she was reading through the book. And it's one part in that book that really got me. Okay, if I made up a story and all this, it's so many details, and then I could just discredit anybody fabrications. It's so many details in that bit. The reason why I'll be sure Silk don't want it because it's a sex scene with him and Puffy in there. Kimora might not want it because where she at in life, and she want to protect her friend. You know what I'm saying? And she don't want the kids to know that all that stuff really took place. This is a woman on her dying bed. This lady said one passage in that book that really got to me. She said, I don't want my child going, because it was a scene in the book where when she told him she was pregnant, he supposedly was on the phone. And I believe this should go on, that he was on the phone with a group of people and he was like, yeah, we're going to do this. And he told like, yo, we got to do this. You got to have sex one more time, just one more time. Like, this is like, you know what I'm saying? You like what's going on, right? This is what provide for, you look at all the women that been with him. Cassie, what's her reason for doing it? This is the same conversation he gave every woman. This is what makes sense to me. It's the only thing that makes sense to me. When you tell a woman that you like how we living, right? This is what we got to do. This is a sacrifice we have to make to keep this shit going. When you got a woman and she get pregnant and you tell her you got to pass it to a circle of friends. When you look at all them niggas now, it makes, when you read that book and you look at our celebrities now and they girls, it kind of resonate with all of them. You feel what I'm saying? You can tell the brothers that keep their girls away from Hollywood. Brothers like Denzel, you don't see his wife. You can see the strong brothers who lead a party early, who they know not to fuck with. See, brothers that's there because of their talent. You're not the brothers that's there because of their, want people be glorifying people who be, oh, he got a Grammy, he got all them little people that y'all glorify. Now when I see a person with a Grammy, you know what I see? A person that had to sleep around. You don't deserve that. The person that deserved that never would get it. You slept for that. You slept around with somebody powerful for that. I don't.
Thank you for saying that, child. I was going in. When he talked about uh seeing people with Grammys and how it doesn't mean nothing to him because he know it that they had to do some strange things for some change. I remember on one of my lives yesterday, I talked about that. Remember, I compared Chloe Bailey and Haley Bailey, the sisters' careers, and we talked about how Haley was getting all these jobs. Remember, in the same year, she had the Disney, she had the Little Mermaid, she had the Color Purple, and then she had this big gig where she was singing like at Walt Disney, and she sounded beautiful. But I couldn't help but to wonder what she had done to garner just these big jobs. Because remember, her sister was doing work on Tubi. So she was had it tooted and booty getting back shots on Tubi. But then Haley was getting Disney jobs. The quality of works that she was getting, it was no comparison to the quality of works that her big sister was getting. So it made me wonder, what was Haley doing to get those jobs? Because I know good and well it ain't based on your talents. That is not how the industry is. I know that. I've never even been in the industry. That's me being an honor student from the outside, just peeping game. He has been in the industry to an extent. It was cut short because of Diddy, but he's talking about it. He knows the insides. He's like, listen, I am not impressed when these people be getting these accolades, because I know what it's about. The real talent are the ones who aren't getting the accolades because they not saying yes to the bullish. The ones who are saying yes are the ones who are being put on the pedestal. The ones who are saying yes are the one that's been put on the pedestal. And he just confirmed what my thoughts have been already pertaining to this industry. Lami said, that's how I see them too. All these celebrities are weird. Yes, weird ASF. Like, it's crazy, but that's why this is such a good interview, because a lot of things we talk about, like, he's co-signing it because he was in the industry for a good 5 minutes, but he was in it long enough to peep game. And we look at it's a blessing. I feel like it's a blessing that it didn't work out for him to remain in the industry, because look how smart this man is and how aware. You all think that we will be seeing this same man, like this particular same man, meaning where his mind, heart, and soul is, if had he stayed in the industry and did, let's just say 20 years in the industry. Hell no, he'd be tainted like the rest of them. Talking about 2 Chainz, he'd be tainted like the rest of them. So a lot of times when we get denied things, we got to really, in that moment, it can hurt and you can feel rejected, but you have to try to look at it in a way that maybe you were being protected from something. So sometimes those no's is our savior. That's our protection. And we don't realize that at the time, because it's like, I want what I want. Like with Willy Wonka, I want it now. Like, so many people want it now. And when they get that no, they in their feelings, they pissed off. They just ready to just end it all. But it's a blessing in disguise. So again, everything goes back to your mind, how you view things. And to me, as we've been unfolding and deep diving into all this just industry stuff, think about all the people who have gotten a no, because really more people are going to get a no when it comes to the industry than a yes. So think about all these people who've gotten a no, who's sitting out on the sidelines like us, just listening to all of this. Those people were protected. They didn't even know it at the time. They didn't even know it at the time. Yvonne said, yes, sometimes your rejection is your protection. They didn't know. But do y'all think these people are sitting today talking about, thank you, Jesus? Thank you, thank you, thank you. It was a blessing. It was a blessing that he said no. It was a blessing that I had to go this route. It was a blessing that as a result, I went to this route. Then with this route, it made me become more aware, more tapped in, more cognizant of what's going on out here. And it made me to not be able to be led and controlled by money, by things. So that's what makes this interview just so awesome, because this is a man that got a no basically 20 years ago. And look at him today. He's sitting better today than those ones, let's just say, that got a yes 20 years ago or since then. Do you think some of those ones that got a yes, like a Justin Bieber today, wish that he would have got a no? Like, think about it. Do you think Justin Bieber today wish that he would have got a no? Because guess what? These people that would have got a no, they just would have found other ways to make a life for themselves. They wouldn't have just died. You end up going down a different path, like this young man did. He's still with us. He went down a different path, a better path. He didn't realize it then, but goddamn it, he know today. He know today. So welcome, everyone. Welcome. Have you hit the like button? Freddie P just enlighten us on a lot of things in regards to this this devilish industry. And he's peeped game for many years, and he like, listen, any thoughts that y'all have had
about what may or be taking place in this industry, 9 times out of 10, you right. It's the crazier things, the crazier stories that you've heard, they true. Let's get back to the interview. Fair use.
Realize you a Grammy don't move anything. People like, oh, a Grammy, he got a Grammy, that don't move nothing in my life. I know what they did for that. Y'all keep idolizing these fake false prophets. I idolize God. No man can come compare to my King of Kings. So I say this: when people keep trying to protect Puffy, I don't understand what you get out of that. Oh, he doing this. We trying to attack a black man. And how many black families did Puffy destroy? How many black families did Puffy destroy? How many? Where was everybody at when he was saying they were scared of him? Nobody wanted to speak up for. Everybody just sat back and laughed at me for so many years. My group and that group and this group for so many years, even though they know this nigga wrong. But I want to say this to Puffy. Puff, they happy now, bro. I know why you trying to get back out. They happy. All the people that you scared, all them niggas, that Jay-Z, your son going through some financial issues right now. If Jay-Z supposed to be his uncle, he supposed to come through, right? Cut a check, hold you off till the old boy get right. These niggas ain't finna come for you, Puff. They been waiting because you didn't deserve what you got. You muscled it on them. You had a position, and now you know what that feel like when the bully leave the room? You don't want that nigga to come to school the next day. They got him. You don't want, so everybody who's supposed to be his friend, they not speaking up. For one, they scared what they're gonna lose. And they're gonna look like they're affiliated. It's too late, man. The world already judging y'all. But the reason they don't want Puffy out is because they happy he locked up. The powers that be, the people behind the scenes, the people he's scared of, the white folk, they're happy he's locked up. They scared of the man. When I look at, let's do this. Jamie Foxx, he got sick. Almost died. Albie Shore, he got sick. Almost died. Kim, pneumonia, she got sick. So Heavy D, sick. Justin Bieber, half of his fucking face dropped off. He survived. He playing a medical induced warfare game. He's playing a medical warfare game. And that's why when them crackers and them feds read that paper, they was like, it's so many doctors and physicians. You got to think, if I'm a billionaire and I pay for your scholarships, right? I done got scholarships for so many. When I step to you and I need a favor, you gonna beat up. And now when you incriminate yourself, you forever guilty. You a part of the party. Now you gotta come to the free calls. Because when I needed you to get that medicine or to slip that, he got stuff that he can slip in drinks and get you fucked up for the rest of your life. Like, come on, man. If you're a billionaire and you providing scholarships, and that's for any billionaire. You be saying, I used to always feel like it's just a theory that when you see a lot of these guys get shot up in the hood and you don't know where it's from and they ops not claiming it, a lot of people die when they go to the hospital and shit like that because they be telling them to pull the plug because it's a billionaire somewhere who dying, who needs your kidney. You know what I'm saying? And your doctor know that because he's affiliated with this guy who gave him a scholarship or this guy who helped get a scholarship for him and his friends. So they know what they're looking for. A lot of doctors might not want to save you when you go to the hospital after being shot because your organs may be more beneficial to a billionaire.
And with that, what he's talking about with that organ donor stuff, he's so right. Years ago, I used to have on my license, organ donor, whatever. Child, I stopped doing that when I learned about how just blood type, especially in particular Black people, most of us are O positive blood type, O blood type. And what I learned is how our blood type can help any other blood type, but other blood types can't be a savior for our O blood type. So I said, F that. My family would know, hey, I'm willing to donate whatever, but I don't want that to be like a public thing to where somebody can see that in my file that I'm listed as that. And so that's what he's talking about, because who was that? Some rich guy, rich billionaire, one of them people who run the world, who's had like so many different changes with kidneys, organs, like the rich, they can go out, they be like, listen, I need me a new kidney, and they just, somebody understand the assignment and come back with a set of new kidneys. They don't know. Listen, it don't matter where they came from. The man's like, listen, I need what I need. And he's right. That's how it works. And it's scary. That's why when you are in the hospital, it's just important to have people around you who can watch and see what's going on, like with you.
like to make sure that people, these medical professionals, aren't just half-assed as they're trying to work on you, that they're not just trying to be quick to pull the plug. Did y'all see, it was maybe about a month ago, maybe a little more than that, the family, I don't know where they're at, it was a young man, I think on the football field, he had something happen with him, and in the hospital they were like, they overheard like with conversation things that was having with the medical team about not putting forth certain efforts with their son, and they were wanting to pull the plug. And this family, child, it was maybe about about 8 of them surrounding their loved one's bed, like, no, the police end up coming. This family, like, no, they're trying to, we heard them, like they were talking about just hearing the medical team just talk about what not to do. And they were like, what the fuck? Like, they heard it. These were some black, they were showing fuck out. Did y'all see that? I don't know what came about. The family was just doing compressions and on their own because the medical team had bowed out, and they had heard from what they were saying, them having discussions about not doing certain things, so therefore the son can die. Y'all just better listen. Y'all better be alert, be vigilant. Don't be going to these hospitals by yourself. Lami said, and they want black people's organs. I read about that. It's called organ harvesting. Yes. Y'all remember the young lady years ago that was found in the freezer at the hotel? And then I'm trying to think, like, people believe that it was about her organs. It was about her organs. Susan says, sorry, Lena had a long day of educational tests. Welcome, Suze. Lami says, yes, they were going to let him die. Y'all see, that family was showing the F out. They were showing out, Sue says, so they could harvest his organs. Listen, that is a whole thing. When you know, you know. Me says, Suze, I completely understand. I have a 12-slide PowerPoint presentation needing to be working on. Me, you better be multitasking, girl. Yvonne says, yes, I did. The family was from Alabama. Yes, it was sad. They were like, listen, and the police was just kind of listening. I think it was a black police officer in there, but the police and them looked confused because, they just walking up and walking in. And this family like, no, this is what's going down. But it was insane. It was crazy. So yes, y'all don't be going to these hospitals by yourself. Make sure you got somebody there that can advocate for you. But let's get back to this interview.
It's like, bro, this all the affiliation of what they got going on is bigger than any one of us can imagine. I just thought it was like Puffy, some gangster rapper. Man, this man is a fucking menace. This man terrorized Key Moore. All of them scared of him. Key Moore was coming out against him years ago. The kids, you can see the fear in them. They don't know what to do with them or without them. And if my mom gone, of course I'm gonna stick by my dad. And I don't want them to. And this ain't for them to think, but it's like, open your fucking eyes, man. Open your fucking eyes. And I'm pretty sure Quincy, God forgive me, he ain't saying it's true. He look like a guy that been touched, man. You don't even love your own father like that. And you on Instagram rooting for this man. You don't even love your own fucking father like that, man. And if it wasn't for your father, you won't even know this man. So that's more of it's like a I don't know, God forgive, I don't want to go there. It's just like some shit that a lover would do. You get what I'm saying? Opposed to a father, like, that ain't your real father. And his kids ain't even going that hard. But a lot of people was victims for a long time. So a lot of people kind of happy Puffy gone. It's they not. It's, you know what I mean? Like, it's kind of like, say like you get locked up and you got a bond. They don't want to bond you out. But just say your bond like $3,000. Your mom's got it. But then you are terrorizing the house. It's been more. We don't even. They happy to see it go down, and it's fucked up because a lot of them sat on the side of them and fake smile. But I try to tell people, life is always going to give you a half a cup of water. And it's how you look at the water. It's how it's going to determine what type of person you are. So a lot of people can look at it like this. I look at it like God saved his life. God preserved his life because he went so long without detoxing, without having that chance. I believe there's somebody in jail that God want him to meet. is somebody that he gonna meet one day that's gonna help change his life and direct. I believe he's gonna get a second chance. I don't want to see the brother go down for no fucking 20, 30 years. You know, a little spanking, a little 15 years. You know, restitution and pay victims off and shit like that. But I think it's somebody in jail that he need to meet. Somebody that's gonna change his life, his direction, or where he going in life. You know, and I think that's why God set him down, was to preserve his life, because we'll never know. But who say Puffy wasn't gonna drop dead from a heart attack or some bad dope in 3 weeks, if he had not been arrested? So you gotta look at how God moved. We'll never know, because he prevented us from the unknown. He prevented us from experiencing the unknown. I'd rather have Puffy in jail than to have him gone. That shit would have fucked me up. I don't like the dude, but you gotta understand, like, it's a connection, because the nigga put me on. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to see a nigga shot. I want to see you get beat up. Like, just so you can feel how I feel. You know what I'm saying? Just to know, my nigga do time, you do a little time, homie, come home though. You know, we don't want to see you fucked up. My thing with Puffy is, you fucked up, your ego fucking you up, because, for one, let me tell you some real shit. You try to offer a judge $50 million, right? Bro, you could have spent, you gonna wind up spending $150 million. You gonna lose so much behind this one. You could have took $150 million and shut everybody up. You could have silenced me. I wouldn't even been on this platform right now, kicking you in your ass. You couldn't even silence me. You could have did right by this. You know what I'm saying? I'm on here because you did me wrong, and I'm on your ass, and I'm not gonna stop. I want the world to see the real you. But had you did right by me, I wouldn't have had this energy. And had you did right by a lot of them people that's suing you, they wouldn't have had that energy. You could have took less than what you're gonna spend on this trial and walked away with your brand. But your ego he's so, y'all don't know him. He can't lose. He don't wanna admitting he wrong is losing. You get what I'm saying? So bad to the point that it's food finna get on a fucking stand. Any lawyer with sense will tell you, don't get your dumb ass on the stand. Puff, don't fucking do it. There's nothing you can convince these people of. You already guilty in the public opinion, brother. Take the best plea you could get.
Do y'all feel that it's Puffy's idea to get on the stand and his lawyers can't talk him out of it? Because he's right. When I heard that he was going to get on the stand, I'm like, where they do that at? Don't nobody get on the stand. It's rare that an attorney is for their client getting on the stand. But soon as he got put in jail, like I was hearing that he was planning to testify on his behalf. Do you all think that's just the narcissistic side of him that has him to do that? Because he think that, that he can convince the world of his lies, because he didn't damn convince himself to where he feel like he can convince a jury of his peers that he's the best thing walking planet Earth and why he does not deserve to be there. It's crazy. With his team of lawyers, he got at least about 3 of them. Yeah, do y'all think that they're arguing him like, no, we do not feel like this is a good idea, and he's insisting, and they can't do anything about it? Because remember, they're on his payroll, so it ain't the other way around. So he's like, listen, this is what I'm saying, and if you ain't with it, I can go get somebody else. Because these attorneys, at the end of the day, they are going to walk away with millions of dollars, so much money, each of them. So at this point, they like, F it, listen, however you want it to go. So they like, okay, you want to get on the stand, but okay, just make sure you run me my check. Run me my check. Mom, you said, I do. Sue said, yes, his ego. Puff thinks he can talk his way out of everything. Y'all, he a different kind of Scorpio. Listen, his birthday on Monday, November 4th. Scorpio like me, but child, he moved real different than I do, because damn it, ain't no damn way. Ain't no way I would even be thinking like that and trying to have thoughts against some lawyers, a team of lawyers. You went out and hired the best, but though you're not going to listen to them, that lets you know he's off his rockers. The fact that he done went out and hired the best of the best, and he's still trying to tell them how to do their job. It's that for me. Lami says, yes, I believe it's Diddy's narcissism, and he really believes he's done nothing wrong. I truly believe in his mind, he thinks that way too. And I think his son, Christian, Christian Combs, I believe his junior, the one looks just like him. I think he think his daddy innocent too. I don't think them other kids think so. I think they just like trying to save face, including Quincy. But he said Quincy moving around like he damn Diddy lover the way he's showing support. They said Quincy, he said he going harder than the actual biological kids. Is he lying? Sue says those attorneys going to get paid regardless. Exactly. So they ain't gonna argue with that man. They probably try to say we think this best. He snapped on them, told them, no, I'm doing this. They said bet. Now, when you said you running me my money, that's all they need to know. They just need to know when they getting that deposit. Lami said, yes, he's a different type of Scorpio. I'm not like that. He real different, Lami. He real different from us. He damn sure ain't no honor student. He is not an honor student, but let's get back to
it. Try to come home to your kids. You finna sit here and go to trial. You know what that means? Mandatory sentence. Don't play with these white folks, brother. Sometimes you gotta know when the game over, man. Like, okay, it's time. I can't, all right. Because right, what you finna do now, you finna take a situation and turn it from an ounce of prevention to a pound of cure. That's what you're going through right now. If you took that ounce of prevention, spent maybe 80 million to get everybody silenced, it would have prevented a pound of cure. Now you got to spend more. Now you got to spend more on a solution. It's a lot of people that want to see you get yours. I'm one of them, but I don't want to see them do life. I don't know how that feel. I don't know what Babs told me or somebody just like, bro, that's trauma. Like you still love the nigga. Y'all still love the nigga. You know what I'm saying? That's just like my homeboys. I love you, nigga. I'm with you, but
y'all think he got a case of Stockholm syndrome? Because listen, I want to see him locked away forever. He talking about, I only want to see him locked away for about 15 years. Y'all think he got to take just a little bit of the Stockholm syndrome? I'm just saying, because it's like he speak one way, but then it's like he still don't want to see him go down bad. Whereas I'm on the side of, listen, I have no sympathy for him, but I think it's a case of Stockholm syndrome. Like, what do y'all think that is? Sue says, save that money and represent himself since he knows so much. Right. He might as damn well. He might as well. Yvonne said, I believe Quincy has Stockholm. Quincy definitely has that. And hell, Freddie P, I think he got a little smidge of it too. He said his friends told him, listen, it's trauma because the way you speaking, it's like you still kind of wanting the best for him. You want him to get some type of punishment, but you don't want him to go that hard, given that he didn't give a damn when it came to him, well, how hard he went on him. But it's him still not wanting that type of pressure to be landed on Diddy. I don't know if it's a case of Stockholm or if it's just the God in him, that's the forgiving part of him, because he said basically he's found God. That's kind of what has gotten him through. So I don't know, maybe if that's what we see. But y'all, I want them to throw the book at him, especially while he up here trying to tell these attorneys how to do their damn job. And he trying to get on the stand. Let his damn goofy ass get up there on that stand. Let his ass get up there on the stand, make a fool of himself, get the book thrown at him so the world can see. And then white folks and that one black attorney walk away with their coin. Walk away with their coin. That's where I'm at with this. Lami says, me neither. He should never get out. Right. He ain't even done ish to us. And we're fellow Scorpios. And we like, we good out here. The rest of the Scorpios are good out here. We don't need him out here with us. He ain't even done nothing to us. This man on the screen, he done more than what we know. And he's like, give him about 15. I don't want to see him in there forever. We like, motherfucker, we do. We want to see him in there forever. Speak for yourself. We wants to see him in there forever. Beyond forever. We want to see him in there forever. He died, he come back, and then he go back. Y'all know when they be like, this person got 5 life sentences. To me, I hear that means your ass can die 5 times over, and every time you come back, your ass going back behind bars until you reach them 5 lifetime sentences. That's what that translates to me in my mind. So I need him to get that 5-time life sentence. That's what I need to pop off for that crazy ass Scorpio. I need that to pop off for him, and then it'll be all good in the MF hood. I'm just saying. I don't know how y'all feel, but that's how I feel.
Now let's get back to the interview.
You did me wrong. I want to see some justice. I want to see you suffer a little bit, man. I can't do it. You know what I'm saying? If I could do it myself, I'll do it. But I can't. And that's not where I'm at in my life. And I shouldn't, you know what I'm just saying? But if I could just fight you one-on-one, I'll do it. We can get in the room, square away. You cut me a little check while we walk away. I'm good, bro. I'll shut my mouth. I don't got nothing. But you ain't do right by me and my family. Every time somebody be like, man, but his kids, they be like, man, f them kids. I be like, I can't say f the kids. You know what I'm saying? But they like, he said, f yours. And then that shit hit me. I like, damn. I can't be defending the nigga you know what I'm saying? So that's the situation. That's where you got everybody at right now, dude. Like, and I'm just want to tell you, bro, don't get on that motherfucker stand, bro. Let me tell you something. It's a lot of people, right? It's one girl, she got discredited for lying, or her boyfriend was trying to. But let me tell you something, because a lot of people are like, oh, I don't believe 100 people, this and that. I don't believe it. So to sit there and see a man do 30 or 40 years, when I've been around the environment, I know he a monster, and he's done it. He maybe done 40% of that shit. But a lot of them people was there for fame. A lot of people was there because I'm around that, bro. I know how that be. They don't want to leave. He can kick them out and they won't leave. Because a lot of people gonna stick around just to have that access to him, to be taking those pictures on the ground, to be getting those calls when your friends at home, or just to have that access to the next party, the access to LeBron, the access to this, the access to that. So a lot of people they bite their tongues, they gonna take it up, they gonna do this because being relevant or being somebody in this space and time of what we live in is more important than morals. Having a name is more important than morals. Nobody don't know what the fuck I'm doing behind closed doors. They don't care no more because it's so colorful out here. So even if they lose, they win. Even if they go and get caught doing something freaky, they win. Meat don't really got to explain himself no more. Because the street niggas still gonna support him, and then the ones who gonna start looking at me cute now. They think he cute now. The men that think he cute now. So it's a win-win for him. I feel like 50 Cent, bro. Just stop entertaining that shit. I'm straight up like, I feel like this. Nigga play with my name, I'm gonna tell nigga straight up, I told nigga once, don't ever play my name, put my name in the same conversation. I'm a gangster, man. I ain't never heard no shit. Don't put no real nigga name with Dick in the conversation, bro. That shit can get you pistol whooped, slapped up, shot the fuck up. I don't even know how to take that. So to see nigga take that, I'm like, bro, don't play with, that's would have been my reaction. Like, nigga, don't fucking play with me, nigga. I'll kill you. You know what I'm saying? I would have been hot. But it's kind of hard. I guess he feel like some type of way because of the outfits and shit like that, make him look some type of way. But man, stop entertaining that shit, bro. Like, I feel like this, man. Y'all niggas is winning. What I mean by winning is you able to take care of your family and life. A lot of people don't get that. Like, a lot of people think winning is making money at the time. No, winning is your kid eating lobster every day. You know what I'm saying? Winning is eating lobsters every day. And what I mean is that don't necessarily mean eat lobsters every day, but if you feel like you want to get a lobster, it's not gonna hurt you, bro. You get what I'm saying? If you want a seafood boil that night, you could just call for it, and you're not thinking twice about it. You may order 2 bags. It's petty to you, but what I mean is you don't have worries in life, man. When you get to that point in life, that's when you winning, bro. It's not about accomplishing more houses and more homes and more friendships and this and that. It's about, can I take care of my family? You get what I'm saying? That's a win, bro. So if I'm Meek, man, I ain't running around trying to defend no allegations. Look, nigga, you disrespect me, I'm gonna shoot the shit out you straight up, nigga. That's it. Keep that shit on the internet. That's all you gotta tell it, man. Don't play with no gangster, man. Don't play with no gangster, no deep conversation, man. Gangsters and dick don't go together, man. I don't care what room you in. Those 2 words should never be in the same conversation, man. Straight up.
I feel you. So you do believe that, Diddy was behind Tupac murder? You do believe that, personally? Yes,
I think he did. I think he had in my heart, just as a fan. I don't want to be. I'm just saying, I'm a fan. I can say this as if I'm in the room talking to my dog. I think the nigga did it. I think he did Park. I think he did Biggie. I think he did Kim. I think he tried to get Jamie out of the way. Anybody that try to walk, and this is for you to scale gangsters, you have to be on another level. You get what I'm saying? Like you scare Jay-Z, you scare all these niggas. I see how they act around you. I see Hove and how he act around other people with his mannerisms, and when he get around you, he become a little brother. Now, what type of nigga you have to be to become a little brother around somebody as a billionaire? Because you idolize that. I got niggas like that around me, gangsters. You may got one or two bodies. They get around me and they just different. They look at me like big bro. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, you the man around your crowd. You come around me, it's like you saluting me for what? Because you know something about me. They know something about him and they fear it. So in the Tupac situation, I feel like they may not be able to prove it. That's what the feds on his app for, because they know Keefe D know, like they can't get the money, they can't tie it up. It's like everybody's saying you committing a murder, but nobody wants to testify. They mad. They're like, we know this bitch. They probably got so much information on the Kim thing. They probably know he did it to Kim. These people are way more educated in this situation right here than us. And they probably been hearing it for years, probably been getting reports for years, probably been on them for years, but couldn't prove it. And now they finally got a chance. They hitting them with the sex trafficking.
Ooh, child. So that's the longer video, but there's some more to this interview that I am going to show. Let me just get through some of the comments before we go there. Sue says, I want Diddy to have a behind the bars white party. Shucks, the sheets may be dingy. They might be dingy white, but he'll still have to settle. He gonna have to goddamn settle because his birthday, I think, is on Monday, whenever November 4th is. So it looks like that's just where the hell it's gonna go down at. So Sue's lit for year 53. I think he should be turning 53. This is what 53 is giving for 2024. God damn it, it is what it is. And I don't feel bad. But peep how Freddie P named out all these people that he feel Diddy is behind the murders of. But also he's the same man that feel like Diddy should maybe do 15 and get out. That's that part I'm talking about. The trauma, Stockholm Syndrome, all that. He knows this man is the worst of the worst, but it's still a part of him that still wants to see him come out and be on the good foot. Like, it's that for me. So I don't know if y'all call that I don't know if y'all call that the God. It's the God in me. Ain't that's what Mary said? I don't know if y'all call that the God in him or if that's the Stockholm part. Because I'm sitting up in here wanting the worst of the worst to happen with him. And as someone told this young man, he didn't care about your children. So why are you caring so much about what's popping off with his? And that was a real statement. This man has not shown that he gave a damn about you. So at this point, listen, what they say, I'm going to sit this one out and let the cards fall where they may. That is a statement I need to be saying. Like, listen, he need to get whatever time that them people feel like he due for based off of the ish that he had played a part in, period. Your mom said today, bad is good and good is bad. Wow. Like it's like that, like almost like men that you see or who you think are men are not, they're women. And women you see who you think are women are not, they're men. So it's just a sick game that's being played right now in today's times. Karen Jones says there's so many more victims that will never come forward, that will still suffer in silence and might still worry that he would get out one day. Of course, especially if you live by the notion that anybody can get touched, anybody can be touched, because people will do your dirty work for you. Y'all think Diddy was out here in a lot of these shenanigans and like these deaths, everything? All them people names that he named, I do not think Diddy lifted a finger to do any of that. There were people who he had to do those things. And guess what? Those people are still out here with us. They outside. He inside. They are still outside. They are still outside. Hey, with Mika, welcome. It is. It's very sad. And what the hell is Jay-Z? What you like me? Where is he? Jay-Z, can you come to the front of the congregation? Did you all, there was some and I didn't play it on my channel, but I listened to it. The jail recordings, the alleged jail recordings of Diddy between him and his son Christian, the son that he has with Kim Porter. And one of the recordings, there was maybe 6 different recordings. So I listened to them. It was on some other, this other large content creator, had someone on his channel who is a former felon, and he got connects and relationships with people, and they send him things, and they sent him phone recordings of Diddy in jail talking to Christian. And on one of the recordings, Diddy asked, have you heard from Jay? So in the conversation on the live, the question is, who is Jay? What Jay are you talking about? Because he said, have you heard from Jay? Christian's response was no. And remember, Freddie P just said Jay-Z is looked at as like the uncle to Diddy's kids. So where the hell are you, Jay? Where are you? I believe Jay is Jay-Z. Where are you, sir? What other Jay could he be referring to in these times? His childhood friend, his neighbor, like what can they do for him in this situation? He talking about a big dog name. Have you heard from Jay? He's looking for Jay to make some phone calls, use some connects to come to the rescue. That is what he's looking for. His son was like, no, I have not heard from him. But they had started speaking when Jaguar Wright got on the White Folks Network, started talking, spilling the tea and talking about I told you so. They made it a point to be hitting the who was that? The Pierce Morgan with the cease and desist. So we know he's somewhere kicking. He just crickets to you. He's crickets to anybody with the Combs name. But when it got something to do with his name, his brand, oh, he got a voice then. Him and his wife got a voice. Welcome, welcome, Bika. Have y'all hit the like button? Welcome, everyone. Welcome. Hit the like button. It's a whole entire mess. Mika said, just want to come in real quick and show some love. Thank you, girl. Thank you for stopping by. You have a blessed weekend. Listen, Jay-Z is somewhere. Zeus said Jay-Z went poof. You didn't believe in magic before. We believe in it now because he done dissed damn here. We ain't seen him or his wild hair stick it up no damn where. Y'all think he gonna surface for the Super Bowl? Because y'all know he's about the one who's in charge dealing with the talent. So am I hearing correct? Like, what's the deal? Well, maybe that was for this past Super Bowl. So was Justin Bieber? Was there a request for Justin Bieber to make an appearance on stage with Usher at the Super Bowl? Because what Freddie P said, no, Justin wasn't trying to go near Usher for that Super Bowl performance. I never heard Justin's name being thrown in the mix in regards to the Super Bowl performance. So that was interesting, but I don't blame him. That man's face is already hanging sideways and ain't looking the same. He ain't got that same pretty face that he had. So hell no, Justin, like, F y'all, I'm not going nowhere near you. Usher, is you the one introduced me to him. Like, so let's start there. You took me to that man. I knew you. You made the executive decision to take me to that man. So I'm sure that Justin Bieber just ain't got no love for any of them, but especially Diddy and Usher. They need to watch their back because y'all know how sometimes folks capable of snapping. Y'all know somebody can snap in 5, 4, 3, 2. Listen, y'all better watch people who in their feelings. You better watch them. Me said Jay-Z and Beyonce showed up when Jaguar Wright was telling they dirt. Haven't heard from them since. Right. But they showed up. I think that was all after the fact. So they showed up. Listen, they showing up when they want to show up. They're showing up when they want to show up. Iman said, yes, Justin turned it down. Okay. I didn't know Justin had gotten an invitation, but smart man. So I have some other recordings that I'm going to show you because this was just a longer one of 25 minutes, but there are some smaller, shorter recordings, clips from this same interview. So I want to kind of show them in the order. So now I'm about to show you all another one. So just get ready. Let me share my screen. Let's get into it. So Freddie P believes in his title. He believes Justin Bieber is on a tape with Diddy and calls out Busta Rhymes for defending Diddy. I didn't know Busta Rhymes was out here defending nobody. Let's see what he has to say on this one. Fair use. Y'all like, share, and subscribe. Welcome. I hope you all are having a wonderful evening this Friday night. Let's get it.
Yeah, that's real talk, man. You heard about how they shopping around a Diddy sex tape that he got with a male A-lister? You heard about that?
So I heard it last night, and it was something about they say he was standing at a table. They say the shirt that he wore to the VMA say something about God is great. But in the video, they got pictures of him standing in the background while a woman is being sexually pleased, but she under the influence. And it says white substance on her nose. You can clearly see that. And they saying in another video, they have him and an A-list, a young male, having sex. And it was alleged allegations that it was being a tape was being shopped around with him and a young male. I'm not accusing nobody, but if you look at the way Justin Bieber look at Puffy, he hates that nigga. He hates that nigga. That man's face ain't just dropped soon as he wanted to go get a wife. That man's whole fucking face, that's some medical. That man young and healthy, man. But he know, he terrified. You remember when I said a lot of people happy you locked up right now, Puff? He's one of them. That's why I'm speaking. He's one of them. One of the people that you terrified who couldn't get from under your claws. That's why Puffy trying to ever get back out here. He know. They want to see me fall. They want to see this. They've been waiting on this. He know how many people been waiting on this. His kids know. They feeling it. Nobody calling. Nobody trying to, you know what I'm saying? And all the people that was trying to be my friends. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody calling, offering no help. Ain't nobody calling. I see all these niggas in the news, Busta Rhymes, all these niggas. Man, shut up. I know I got love for you, Busta, but y'all need to shut up, man. I'll just shut up. Talking about we making the case worse. We ain't making the case no fucking worse, nigga. This is bad. You niggas trying to protect yourself. Shit, if I was Puffy, Puff, go out with a blaze of fire, because the world need to know. Go on that motherfucker stand and say, this bigger than Nino Brown. You hear me? This bigger than CMB. I need you to go on the stand and go all out if you're going to go on the stand, because if you go on that stand and talk anything else, Puffy, and try to convince us, it's not going to work. I think Puffy has been getting the best rest of his life. You get what I'm saying? After he getting through the withdrawal and letting his body recuperate, he needed that shit. It's a man in there that he going to have to meet. I think it's going to be a Muslim man. Somebody that's going to change his direction and like make him see life differently. Because he wasn't really with God, as he said. He was playing with God, but he wasn't really with God. He was the other God, and he knew it. I think God was bringing him home. Because sometimes God puts you on life to preserve life. He put you in jail to preserve life. He don't want you. He don't want you just yet. You have more to do. Whether it be example or what, you have more to do. Even if I sit you in jail for 15 years, you're an example. When you get out, what you're going to do may be your entire reason for living. When he get out, the type of person he is may be maybe the reason for his entire existence. Get what I'm saying? Yeah, he was a monster. He was a party animal. He may come out a bishop. He may come out, you know what I'm saying? And with the power to change lives, because people can see him change. He could be a teaching moment. He could be completely different, 360. He could be, I think when he come out, he's going to be a totally different person. I think God put him in there to preserve his life. He's not through with him yet. That's not my decision. I'm to say, oh man, I wish he could get my king of all kings gonna make that decision. If Puffy deserve to be home, he gonna be home. If Donald Trump deserve to win the chair, Kamala deserve to win the chair, they gonna win the chair. This ain't got nothing to do with us. Everything that's happening right now is God. Everything that's been happening, you see what happened with Dirk. This whole year has been God returning from the hurricanes, taking lives. A lot of people wasn't pure. A lot of people wasn't in touch with God. A lot of people left this earth without, you know what I'm saying? I speak to them. I hope y'all a lot of people left this earth. Imagine dying and you ain't talked to him in about 6-7 months. And he coming, man. And you won't expect him. So
you feel like Justin Bieber is on the tapes?
I think it's Justin Bieber. I think Bieber hate the man. Bieber hate his guts. You can see it in Bieber's face. And I think Usher a sucker. Usher a sucker. Everybody be trying to praise Usher. Every time I see Usher, all I see is a fucking, I don't even know how to say it. Fucking colorful person. Like a fucking demon, bro. Like, I feel like they did it to him, and he's so scary. He allows stuff. He's not a demon. He allows stuff to happen because he's scary. He's scared of them. And you know how you got somebody, yo, money. Okay. Yeah, Justin, go with Puffy. Knowing he ain't got no good intentions for the man. You get what I'm saying? And he wonder why the man don't want to perform with you at the Super Bowl. Man, get the fuck out of here. You know why the man ain't want to perform with you. He through with you. That man finally got away from y'all, got a wife, got away from y'all. And you can just tell how he act now. He don't even, you know what I mean? That man like he's God now. He's God, baby now. A lot of them, in order to leave Hollywood, you have to go full on with the king. And somebody in Hollywood know that they can't f with you once you're on that journey. Because for some reason, every time somebody go through something in Hollywood, they go straight to the Lord. Full on. Like he gonna protect them. He gonna see Mace. And everybody, they going straight to the Lord when they leave Hollywood. There's a reason for that. But I feel like with that sex tape come, I can't wait till it come out. It's gonna be some more coming out. It says it's a lot. They say he tried to shop it on the black web for 500 million or some shit like that because he going through financial issues. He trying to sell the jet right now, and that's just life. A lot of y'all gonna realize a lot of these people ain't rich as y'all think they are. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't have the liquid assets that y'all think they do. So I don't idolize people. Anything a man can get, LeBron got, anybody think you can get, your son can get, he got it, right? It ain't nothing special. It was God given. God gave you a talent or a voice or avenue to make the same way. Like you ain't gotta sell yourself. Continue to praise the Lord.
So he's right. I mean, when he made a comment of like those who run from the industry, it's like it seems like the one who run to God, like those are the ones that you see that are still around that didn't just disappear. Like Mace, he was the first one like years ago, and he just got the hell on. He went and found Jesus and went to preach, and it was like literally like overnight. Like what? Like literally like he left the set from doing a music video and went straight to the pulpit. Like it was a transition for me. Like we were like, what's going on? What's going on? But it's like when you leave the devil and go to God, you become protected. How do you all feel when Mace left? Like, do you feel like that was a real thing, or do you feel like he was playing with God and it was just like, well, let me use this as a reason of why I'm leaving, because ain't nobody in a right frame of mind going to fight God? Like, really think about it. As I said, I can't think of anybody who left the industry, went that path, and then we learned, oh, they didn't off themselves. There's like something crazy happening to them where like they're no longer here. The ones we hear about being no longer here are the ones that were like still active in the industry, or they were out of the industry and they was just on hard times, like tough times, like DMX. Those are pretty much the ones that we hear that have these suspect deaths, not the people who ran to God or used God as the reason as to why they left. Do y'all remember when Justin Bieber had his little time where he called himself running to God, going to church? Y'all remember that? That was maybe like 7 years ago? I don't think it lasted long. I don't know what happened with how he managed to get back into the industry, how Diddy them managed to get their hands back on him. But that was like pre-pandemic where and that was when he probably first got with his wife, when they probably were dating, then they got married. But he called himself trying to kind of turn a new leaf. But somehow he made his way back into the industry with the secular music. I think that he ended up coming out with the Peaches song, which I happen to love that song. The Peach song that he has. Can't think of the name, but like that's like a favorite. That's pretty much probably like the only like Bieber song that I like. I never was like a fan of his like that. I liked him as a person, but I just didn't rock with his music like that. But like that Peaches song that he got, I love that song. It's kind of got like a R&B type flair to it. But child, it's secular all day long. It ain't nothing gospel about that. He's even in, I think he's in a music video with SZA. I think her music video she came out with maybe within the past year. I think he was a love interest. She had different guys in there with different scenes. And one of the scenes I think was Justin Bieber in that. So he's back. But how did they get him back? What happened? Do he got the MK Ultra? You know, because y'all know that's the whole thing. Like, how did he come back? Because what you don't really see is people run to Jesus and then they go back. And I believe from my memory, y'all can let me know, Justin ran to Jesus and then he went back. But when Mace left, Mace didn't ever go back. Like, he has this podcast. So I don't know if he's now considered to be back because he got this. I think he got a podcast with another rapper. Is it Cameron? Do they have like a podcast together? And I never listened to it, but I ain't never heard nothing about Cameron running to Jesus. So the fact that he over there playing around on the podcast with Cameron, that probably speaks for itself. So it's like, okay, did he use the excuse of running to the pulpit just to get Diddy up off of him? Literally. Y'all remember Farnsworth Bentley? He suddenly just overnight left Diddy, child. He's somewhere here with me in Atlanta, wifed up with kids. He got a whole beautiful family now. Crickets. I ain't heard him come out making no comments about anything going on. I don't know if he want the world to forget that he was all up on the making of the band. Like he was a Cassie before the real Cassie. Like, y'all remember that? That man was like by his side. He was the original Cassie. Farnsworth Bentley was the original Cassie. Farnsworth Bentley was glued to him tighter than Kim Porter, if y'all remember. Like, we didn't really see Kim by Puffy's side like that. We knew of her, but Farnsworth was right there by that man. That man ain't said a goddamn thing since any of this popped off. I'd be forgetting about his existence. One day, I think I went to research. Let me see if I can get to his Instagram. I said, what the hell Farnsworth doing these days? That's how I learned that he had a wife. Let me see. I'm going to show y'all because y'all probably ain't seen him lately either. But he's just somewhere hoping that y'all can't remember that he used to be right alongside of Diddy. Like, that's what he's hoping. He's hoping that you just forgot about that. But we haven't. Y'all think he on any of them tapes? He was around when Gene Deal was around. Remember, Gene said, well, when I was working for him, he wasn't doing freak offs or whatever. Because I listened to an interview. He was talking, if y'all, whose channel was that? It was a big, I got to think of what the channel was. What it was, this guy out of New York interviewing him. And they're pretty tight, very close, buddy. But he asked them straight up, Gene, what do you think about people saying that you worked for him? So from logic, it seemed like you were there, you witnessed some stuff. Gene got so offended, got mad, whatever. But he was like, listen, MREC TV, that's the YouTube channel. I think it's called MREC TV. So the person, MREC, was interviewing Gene. This was maybe like a couple of weeks ago, maybe 2 weeks ago. And he was like, I just got to ask you because I don't want people thinking I'm not going to ask you the tough questions because we cool. So I got to ask, you worked for this man. So we hearing about all these things that popped off. So I got to ask you, were you around for any of these things or the freak offs? You were there. You were the bodyguard. It makes sense. No, that stuff started happening, after I started working for him. Oh, really? And I think he said he started working for him in 2003. Do any of us know when the freak off started? I've never heard anybody talk about a timeline on when they started. When actually did they start? Maybe things were popping off before it had a name to it. Because a lot of times stuff will start and you don't have a name. But a name gets added once it starts taking off and it becomes like a thing. Like, oh shit, we own to something. We need to put a name to this. We gonna call this the freak offs. That's what I think happened. So I'm gonna say that maybe when Gene was around, it just wasn't no name. It was stuff happening, but it wasn't associated with a name, and it wasn't on as grandesque of a scale possibly as it became, but the ish was popping off. But let Gene tell it. Gene had to like as though Diddy was on like an up and up or something like that when he was around. Like it wasn't none of that type of time of all this stuff that's happening now. Okay, sir. Okay. Let me get through some of these comments and we're going to get back to this. There's some more videos with Freddie P talking. You know, these next videos that I'm going to get into, it's probably about 4 or 5 more. They're anywhere from 4 to 7 minutes. I want to get through them all. I don't care how long this live take. Listen, we're going to get through all the recordings because this man is talking. The things he's saying, it makes sense. It sounds very logical, and it's helping us to put the pieces together of this nonsense that we've been seeing and that we've been hearing for years. And in this moment, this is me trying to piece things together from just me moving around on this internet, listening to different people talk. I'm bringing it together because some of this stuff you guys probably never heard, but I did because I move around. As a lot of times content creators, we just live on the internet, especially YouTube. Like we live out here, especially if you're into reactions, the celebrity news, gossip, whatever. We be tapped in. We listen to different people. I be tapped in. People send me stuff. I'm trying to piece it together. Freddie P is definitely helping me with that. And you all are rocking with me too tonight. And together we coming up with some ish. So let me get through these comments to see y'all thoughts on what we've heard thus far. Lami said, this guy is coming from a different perspective I've never considered. Maybe God is preserving Diddy to expose Al, you think? Is that what you're saying? Yvonne said, yes. Lami said, to expose the wicked industry. Yes, I mean, God will use you. He will definitely use you. You don't know. We don't know how he will use us. That's why I say, asking you shall be received, but get ready for what you receive when you ask for things to be revealed. Because it's not in your control on what he reveals to us. You ask, he's going to deliver. And maybe with Freddie, you know, it's the God in him that's speaking from the perspective that he's speaking on that has us to kind of view things differently, because he's on some kumbaya type stuff. Like, I know this man is the worst, but I have to believe that there is a reason behind all of this. There is a reason why he's locked up. Maybe, listen, y'all know everybody become Muslim when they get locked up, or they build a relationship with a Muslim. He on some tip on maybe he behind bars and he gonna meet a Muslim and the Muslim gonna change his life. I don't know if then Diddy would come out selling bean pies, wearing bow ties with 3-piece suit on the 4th of July, standing on the corner with pamphlets. I don't know. But I'm trying to follow the vision and images that Freddie P has given in this interview. So I hear you, but I'm just not there yet. Maybe that's just that part of the gospel ain't reached me or any of us in this chat. I'm just not there yet. I'm trying, and that's why I keep clicking on these videos to try to follow the brother, because I see the light in him. I feel like everything that he's saying is coming from a good place. And it's a struggle for him. Like, okay, this man is a bad person. You guys, like, I know more, more than you would ever know. He is a bad person, but he got a butt on it. Y'all, we ain't got no damn butts. We focus on his ass taking people butts. That's the only butts that we got in this whole situation. So that's a different, our butts, we talking about B-U-T-T. Because remember, Ray J on news, white folks news panels talking about folks out here taking booties. Y'all know, y'all don't be asking Ray. Don't give Ray J the microphone. Ray J out here said they out here taking booties. So we focus on the different butt associated with Diddy, whereas Freddie P on the B-U-T. We got another T on ours, so we focused on that. So we ain't made our way there. We ain't dropped the T yet. I don't know. I don't know. I may drop a T one day. I'm not there. I am not there. I'm just letting y'all know. Listen, he is still working on me. I be telling y'all, don't come over here having no high expectations of me over here on that other channel, because you might get your feelings hurt, because I am not there. I'm not there. Where I'm at is trying to take in all of this foolishness that he has played a part in, and these people who have enabled him over the years. And I'm not here to give any of them a pass. Not him and not Gene Deal or any of those other people who have been in his circle. Jaguar Wright has been out talking, but Jaguar Wright ain't never been on no payroll of Diddy. Jaguar Wright was just another person in the industry who's seen some things. So I'm going to give her more of a benefit of the doubt with that versus a Gene Deal who was on payroll. He is legit in the Kim's Last Words. Kim, what's the name of that damn book, y'all? Kim Lost Words. He's in the book. She referenced him in the book. That fool was there. He was there. Remember, she said that after Diddy pissed in, what's Quincy Jones' daughter's drink? Rashid was that. Now, which one he was with? Kadada? Which one he was with? Kadada or Rashida? I think Rashida. Tupac was with. Remember, she pissed him off. She went to the bathroom, whatever, walked off with Kimora. He got her drink, her pitcher of drink, whatever, her ginger ale, whatever she was drinking. And Kim said he put it on the table and pissed in it. Put it back on her table. She returned to her table and she poured from the pitcher into her glass that drink, which she thought was like a ginger ale, whatever it was. And she said Gene Deal walked over and took it from her. So, y'all think that's the only damn thing that man seen? I'm just saying. Remember in the book, when Kim was alive and with him, when she was pregnant, the type of shenanigans he wanted her to be on, the type of time he wanted her to be on, Gene was still in the picture. So do y'all think Gene wasn't at these parties as a bodyguard when Kim was being passed around? I'm just saying, y'all got to damn use common sense and discernment. F your feelings, F that these your favorite people. Somebody look good, somebody look fine. They got a lot of money. You got to be able to peep game. He's seen all of that, but though he wasn't around for stuff popping off with underage people. Oh, he was off that day? Was he on vacation? Was he on the goddamn cruise like me on that day? I'm just trying to understand what was his shifts that had him to not be working on the days when Diddy was doing the absolute most with underage people, the absolute most with people who had substances or things slipped into their drinks, the absolute most with men. I'm just trying to understand what shift was he working, because it seemed like he spent more days calling out sick and not showing up to work than being there, if he's saying he wasn't there to see that. I just be having questions, and y'all know when I have questions, I come out here and I hit this live button. These are the questions that I have. I got a lot of them. Yvonne says, yes, Mason Cameron podcast is about sports. Okay. I knew they had a podcast, but I didn't know. So is Mace still on his preacher type stuff? Is he still here in Atlanta with us? Wasn't that years ago he got caught with a damn prostitute transvestite or something? Y'all remember that when that hit the news, when Mace got caught or something? I think soliciting or trying to pick up somebody, prostitute. I think it was a tranny. I don't know. Y'all let me know if y'all remember that. That was years ago. It had to be, that was like more than 10 years ago. Y'all let me know if y'all remember that story when Mace got caught out literally like with his pants down, like literally. Let me know. Lami says, yes, Mace moved the hell on. I believe he's seen a lot and understood Diddy and the industry was demonic, was crazy. Every person associated with Bad Boy Records are pretty much dead. That's what I'm talking about. The ones who left but didn't go running talking about I'm going to find Jesus. Remember before DMX left this planet, this world in the physical form, there was talks about him trying to be a pastor and things like that. But it didn't really he didn't get that far. But I remember like conversations coming up about him being a pastor. It was people feeling like that would be his calling, because y'all know sometimes like he'll put these rap lyrics, these verses out, And the way that he would rap, it's in the rhythm, like it sounded like someone, like a pastor or something. But child, like he didn't make it. He not in this lifetime. He didn't make it that far. He didn't make it to the pulpit. But Arion said he was body to body with Diddy. He sure was. Arion said, yes, he is on those tapes too. Lami said, yes, Farnsworth Bentley is low key. I believe he has a story to tell. I believe they were lovers. Let me see. I went to his Instagram. But yeah, he got some kids. I think he got girls, 2 girls. I think he got small, like 2 daughters or something like that. Ooh, I don't want to leave that. Lami says, absolutely. Arion says, back in Mary J. and Lil Kim days, Diddy was all in. Yes, he was. Lami said, I think Farnsworth got fired for stealing items from Diddy. What, he was stealing the baby oil? What the hell was he stealing? Did he feel like he had 1,200 baby oil bottles, and after Farnsworth got a hold of him, there was only 1,000 because he was the person in charge of them? I need to understand what that theft charge was. I'm just trying to understand what had happened. Lami said Farnsworth stole very expensive boots that belonged to J-Lo. Gene Deal was telling that story. He said that guy was stealing from Diddy. Well, I guess he like, well, Diddy was taking his tail, so shit, he need to get something. Because y'all know Diddy ain't good for paying folks. So he was like, F that. I'm going to get these goddamn boots and sell them on eBay. Lord have mercy. And they say, hey, y'all, what are we talking about? Listen, Tanae, we talking about Freddie P giving all the tea, talking about Diddy and how he done damn knocked off everybody who ain't here with us in the industry. Everything. Arion, you say he know everything, not everything, everything. Lamisa, I believe Jag, I believe her too, and I believe Pierce Morgan does too, which is why he invited her on his show. Pierce Morgan was willing to take one for the team. He knew damn well that anybody who brings Jaguar on their platform, you know, you play Russian roulette, you know that she finna come with it. So at this point, you just like, it is what it is. That white man knew that it was what it was, but he didn't care because he wanted to be able to sit in. Well, I didn't say it, Jag said it. Because even though somebody will come and say, oh, remove it, he done already got the clicks and views and made the money from it. So, like, it is what it is. It's already out there. It's a done data. Lami said, yes, he pissed in her drink. It's the other sister, not Rashida. So, Kadida, was that Kadida? Is that her name? I think the name was Kadida or something like that. I can picture her. Lami says, yeah, Gene removes himself from the bad stuff, but knows everything. Like the night of the shooting, he said he was off, but knows the whole story. Mother, but that's, I'm like, what was your shift? What shift was you on? Because you seem to act like you didn't see a lot of damn shit, but then you act like you know a lot too. I'm just trying to understand what your schedule was. Were you part-time? Were you to call in? Were you third shift? Like, I'm trying to understand because you know a lot, but then at the same time, you like, oh no, I don't know that part though. Okay, plan. Okay. So let's get into, we got some more videos. Let's see what else our man of God has to say. Freddie P. All right, let's get it. Welcome, y'all. Welcome. Good evening. Welcome. Make sure you hit the like button. Welcome. Let me know your thoughts. We are reviewing the interview that Freddie P did on, what's this platform? I got it tagged on the Art of Dialogue. So that's where we're pulling these clips. If y'all want to go over and follow them, they got all kinds of interviews over there on that channel. So I think this is my first time visiting that channel, so I'm sure I will be back. But let's get into, let me share my screen so y'all can see Freddie P, what he got to say about Diddy's mama child, because he like, listen, I got some things to say about her goddamn old ass too. So fair use, let's get it, y'all. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Good evening, y'all. It's after 10. Listen, it's a late one, but we gonna get through all these goddamn videos because you never know when folks start talking, then stuff get removed, whatever. So we gonna be like, we synced it. We synced it on Sheik Speak on it because Sheik be damn speaking on it.
You heard about how Diddy mom came out defending him? She made a comment saying that Diddy is not a monster.
Yeah, he not a monster. She is. But I don't want to go down. But she is. She's the fucking monster. Everything in her fucking name. She's the monster. She created that, and y'all gonna see on that Netflix. Y'all just check it out. I don't want to go there. No, because a lot of people like last time, people like, oh yeah, oh. What I want to say about the Netflix thing, the reason why 50 Cent now, the reason I kept telling everybody to check out this shit, because that's so genuine to the point that he's not trying to compensate you. That's why I say they don't give me enough money. He's not trying to pay. He don't want your story to be led by, you know what I mean? He don't want nobody on there that's led by money. He wants you to tell the truth. He really trying to get to the bottom of something. And I was like, yo, that's a smart ass nigga. You get what I'm saying? Even though I might have wanted money, he looking at it like, nah, like, nigga, I don't want nobody on here that's motivated by money. I'm not paying, you know, he might compensate, nigga, but he not trying to get nigga life-changing money for that shit. He's like, nigga, tell your story if it's real. Like, you know what I'm saying? The world want, like, we just want what's real. Well, that's all. The rest, like, when you look at the other stories, a lot of people was caring what Puffy was thinking. A lot of people want to be his friendship. So you don't get the real of him. This DVD gets to the mama. The fucking satanic behind all this shit. It's her. It's her, bro. It's her. She is his, like, they like, I can't even explain it, bro. She just ain't no, she the devil, bro. That's how I see it. She the devil. Janice Combs is the fucking devil. That bitch got everybody money. Yeah, man, I don't give a fuck what she talk about. Yeah, you go out there and tell me, seeing her defend Diddy, like, sit your ass down. You the worst person. You the wrong one. So you guys got, you know, you got somebody that you like. That's like R. Kelly coming to talk it up for you. Like, nigga, shut up. We don't need you. No, Diddy innocent. Let's shut up, Kelly. Not right now. That's her. Shut your ass up. You the reason the man like he is.
You had any issues with her?
I don't like her. I ain't ever had no issues with her. I just don't like her. I don't like her.
Why you don't like her? You personally? Why?
Because she got my motherfucking money. That's why. That's why I don't like her. And her son, she right there with it when all of it was going down. There was everybody who watched that man abuse us. I don't like her. Everybody who didn't have the heart to speak up, I don't like her. Everybody, because I would have spoke up. I don't give a fuck about what Puffy would have said to me. Oh no, you would have said shit to Puffy. Yes, I would have. Y'all better go look at the motherfucking videos. Go back and look at the band. I ain't never been scared to say shit to Puffy. And they told us to walk for cheesecake. That nigga crazy. I was glad they leave that motherfucking room. And I told him just like this. They ain't show this part. And they said, "Hey Fred, you Miami? You all right? Yeah, boy, need that cheesecake." I got up. I said, nigga, go get you a cheesecake. You changed the nigga life. Because his D-Dot was in there. It was him and D-Dot. He was like, yeah, get us a cheesecake. We need this one too, son. So I waited, because I ain't used to know nigga play on me like that. Not no funny ass nigga. I know I beat your motherfucking ass. Not Puffy, but this little soft ass nigga. So I'm sitting there like, oh. As soon as I walked up, I got up. They say, Miami, you all right? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, I'll get you a cheesecake because you changing the life. I ain't getting that shit. And they just started laughing and I walked out. I ain't never been afraid to tell Puffy, my mom, my daddy, nobody, nothing. I keep telling y'all, I love God. You want to kill me? I love God. I've been trying to die since I was younger. God forgive me. So to be here is a blessing. I used to ask God to take my life, nigga. I wanted to be with my brother, my grandma. I want to be with my mom. I want to be, you know what I'm saying? This shit here is whack. Earth is whack. World is whack, really. Outside of my son. So that's how I feel about it. So Puffy, I ain't scared to talk to that nigga. Fuck him, fuck his mama, fuck his kids. God forgive me, not the kids, but I mean them little niggas, not the girls, but them little niggas who be acting tough, them too, nigga.
But how did she take your money?
Publishing. Man, you know how much money we lost just can't go back and get because statute of limitations? They got so many backed up checks. Like, dog, Lloyd told us that if y'all had some of them in enough time, y'all would have won well over $10 million. That's how much they got away with. So I look at her like, Nick, God forgive me, dog, and God know I'm trying to get past this, but bitch, when you die, I'm celebrating. I'm probably gonna get me a blunt, go get me some fucking, you know what I mean? Go chill, watch me a movie, and just, I be hoping that, hey, bitch, Yeah, I don't like her. I don't like nothing about that lady, man. And I'm not a person that feel like my heart with hate and anger because it turns me into somebody else. Like I can either be a grandma baby, that nice little guy, or that nigga who the streets raised and who very protective over his feelings and stuff like that. And with her, it's like I don't see eye to eye with that bitch. Like when you learn who she really is, everybody will feel it. I'm always ahead of time. They gonna come back and watch my old shit and be like, wow.
So what do y'all think? He like the mama's the one you need to watch out for. That's the queen. That's the one who created this monster. She's the one. He seemed like he got more anger, more bad feelings. Listen, he said he's gonna celebrate. Remember, Diddy, he want him to get out, do a little 15 years, meet this Muslim who's supposed to change his life. And Diddy come out, sell bean pies with bow tie and some pamphlets on the corner in 3-piece suit on the 4th of July. The mama, he said she can damn die. He like, oh son, Wizard of Oz, ding dong, the witch is dead. The witch is like, he got more venom, like more hatred in his heart for the mother than P. Diddy. So is mama pulling the strings? I think she about 8. This woman, I just learned she in her 80s. She don't look like it because she got money, but she old. She old. And he's like, listen, she can get she can get it. So I found that to be quite interesting that his heart is hardened more for his mother than for P. Diddy. I found it to be very interesting. Ariane said Gene made his own shift with Diddy to hear from him clearly. Lamiya says yes. Kadida, I can't remember how you pronounce it, but that's the one that Tupac was engaged to. Thank you for that clarification. Yvonne says she got his MF and money. That's what he said. I guess because of that, that's why he got harder feelings for her than Diddy. Because Diddy was the one who showed it was like, what the hell was mama in the background doing to where, she the one, she running the sun. Because the way he telling it, it's the mama as she the reason why. Remember, she old. So back then, 20 years, she was old back then. If she in her 80s, she was about in her 60s and just running shit. So I guess he like, listen, mama's the one you need to watch out for, not the baby, not the son. Crazy. Yes, Ariane, this is crazy. Lami says, I believe that Janice is a nasty woman and believe she is the reason why Diddy is the way he is. I don't like her either. Y'all don't like it either. But yes, it came from somewhere. I heard his daddy was like a street man. He was, big on the streets. And then the mama was a streetwalker. That's what I heard. And I heard she had freak offs at her house. So listen, what they say, you learn from the best. He learned from the most wicked. So this is who we got. This is who we got. So let's get into another one. Like I said, these ones are short, so we can get through them. But all of them are just equally valuable. They're just kind of broken out in clips on this channel. So let's get into this next one, where he talks about some rappers. He, drops some more names of people in the industry. He goes in on Mano and rappers telling people to stop telling on Diddy. They said, stop snitching, stop dry snitching. So let's see what he's talking about. Y'all make sure you like, share,
After
and
all
subscribe.
these lawsuits, right? You think Diddy gonna go broke?
I think a lot of stuff's gonna get thrown out. Like I said, man, if it's 200 cases, I say 60 on valid. You know what I'm saying? I can see 60 maybe. But 200, you Puff Daddy, man. You know what I mean? I seen these bitches literally. These bitches will drop and do anything to be Cassie. I got pictures of Cassie on my phone. I don't even know how these got on the internet. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, that people sent me. Like, yo, this Cassie. I'm like, How did this get on the internet? You know what I'm saying? So Puffy, I think he could get out of this situation. I don't know if he definitely gonna be a billionaire. We seeing that right now. He don't have that type of money. He's gonna take about 150 M's to do this. That's why I say he could have spent 80, 90 signs to everybody who's going against him right now. It would have been less money just to take care of the problem before the judge got to you. Now you got people trying to testify against you. People who really want to see you down. You fucked over a lot of people's lives, about mine being one of them. No telling what a nigga be doing their life if you had just even if you had stole a percentage, but gave us what we deserved on the back, like the show and the performances. That rap's supposed to get paid off for. They stole that. It's just a lot of shit right now that make people hate you. And Shine, he talking about you. Gene talking about you. I'm talking about you. Everybody talking about you. Everybody talking about you. And people say, oh, imagine, I seen Mano, imagine somebody going on there to talk. I'm gonna talk about it. And any nigga getting my motherfucker business, I'm gonna shoot shots. I'm gonna tell you like that. I don't care who you is, what gangsters you be around. Stay the fuck out my business. Now you can talk to them other niggas. You don't do no subliminals toward me unless you gonna pay me what that nigga owe me. Don't play with me, bro. And no, I know everybody. We all got guns, man. I ain't saying I'm gonna do you. Maybe you gonna get me. Maybe. But I'm telling you, if a nigga ever get in my business, that's where we gonna have to go with it. Don't get in my business. Don't think you Diddy defenders and all that and talk. Don't talk nothing about me. Talk to Gene, talk to them other niggas. Don't talk to them niggas who really, I'm active. I come wherever you niggas want me to be. Stay out of my business, bro. I don't talk about nobody. And y'all from the streets, y'all know how that shit is. Nigga play with your money, bro. And ain't finna be in your, I ain't finna be talking on that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Don't talk about no nigga money, bro. That got nothing to do with my paper money. Unless you finna get me straight, man. You gonna cut a check to keep me straight, you know? I'll stop talking about Diddy tomorrow. You give me a big enough check, I'll act like that nigga don't even fucking live. Till then, I'm on your ass. Cause you thought you were bigger than I summons that on you, nigga. Everybody think it's there. I summons that. I told you a long time ago he gonna come. He told me when he laughed at me. That nigga laughed at me. One thing about me, God always knew it was tight. It was hard for me to let my pride out. You know what I'm saying? So when I finally let people know I was fucked up, that took a lot, nigga. I never did that in my life. I would go in a corner, wait, figure it out, go hustle, go rob, whatever I had to do when I was younger, whatever. I never in my life went through a vulnerable stage like that. And God told me, that's because I was reading my Bible and it was like the pride come before the fall. So sometimes, you want to move on. Sometimes you got to get it out. So that's why I was in life. And I was letting people know, man, I'm fucked up. I'm at a point in life where I don't want to live no more. I was really down. And this nigga went and came at me. So I'm going to come at him forever. Because you had a chance to make it right. You could have called me and said, hey, man, I got a job for you, man. You can make about $40,000 a year, man. I don't work for my shit. You could have there's other ways you could have made it right. Instead of getting on the internet, stop your crying, stop your bitching and all that. Like I wanted to Nick, we was talking about booking the Nick's sons. We hadn't found out how much his son was to perform. That's why I made that video. I said, any one of you niggas that's worth $5,000 and we can get our hands on you for $5,000, don't talk shit. Because a nigga will book you and you won't get the back end. I mean, not me now. I'm just saying that's where I was at that time. I'm on a whole other journey in life right now, bro. I'm in my Bible right now. I'm almost through Corinthians. I just got out of Romans, so I'm just reading my Bible right now. So I'm in a different place in life.
He found Jesus. Now, going off of that, those who find Jesus tend to be the survivors and be around telling the story. But he's like, these people who looking at me, questioning me, speaking my piece, y'all shut the hell up. Run me my money then. Because think about these people who got so much to say, they got their money in the industry. They ain't get taken for millions like this man did. So yes, it's easier for you to say whatever because you've been eating good all these years. You've been putting your music out. You didn't have your career stunted because somebody got in the way of it because of you said no. Because you know that's how it go. You see the ones who are ousted are the ones who say no. So when I see people who are still thriving in industry, it lets me know they are they're saying yes. When you say no, that's when the career it just go in another direction. And so he was like, miss me with that. I ain't trying to hear what the F you trying to say, but today I'm in a different place. I'm in my Bible. But it wasn't that long ago where he was like, listen, you could get it. You can get it. And it wasn't that long ago because when he was on the internet crying and things, I mean, I've only been out here since 2020. When I did that review of that video, that was probably in maybe 21, 22, maybe. So it wasn't that long ago. So he ain't been, if we want to call it reformed, for too long now. So if he needs to kind of take a step back and go handle something, like it's clearly still in him. But he ain't on that kind of time. He's working very hard. God's using him to try to do something different. So I get it. I definitely get it. Lamisa, I believe Diddy's abuse of women comes from his anger and rage he has against his mother. I heard she was a madam, and I believe he was assaulted by men she brought around him when he was a kid. I can believe that too. It makes sense because the way he moves, it's like he has this hatred in his heart towards women. It's different. It's like he's a lover of men, but with women, he's disgusted by them. And in Kim's Lost Word, the book, that I did the live reading on, she said she felt like his preference was men. And just having a woman around was just a facade. But she said she always just felt like he preferred men, like he had a better time with men. And it was almost like settling for a woman. But the woman was just to have on his arm because it's what is technically expected based off of society with man, woman. So I get it, that he just was living a lie. And a lot of times people who live a lie, they feel very angry about that. They don't like the fact that they feel like they can't live in their truth. And they take that out on those who are close to them, those of them who are around them. Because it's like, wow, you're able to live your truth and be you, and I can't. And I got a problem with it. And they just, they lash out. They're just angry people. P. Diddy is definitely an angry individual. He's angry and he's hurt. And it's as a result of traumas that took place as a child. He lost his father at a very young age. He probably has some memory of him because if he was 3, depending on how far his memory go back, he could very well remember some parts of his father. But he damn sure remember what popped off in that house with his mama. And based off of how he moves, that it wasn't kosher. It was on some other stuff. And I too believe that the way he moves as an adult, he's doing what was done onto him. It's learned behaviors. People who do bad things, immoral things, more often than not, it comes from learned behavior. They're just not on their own just picking this up. It was something that they saw. Somebody gave them the message or instilled the belief in them that this is what you do, this is how you move, and this is what I believe he's done to his children, in particular his boys. I feel like the girls haven't seen as much as the boys, but they have seen more than what a girl should see, especially at her age. But the boys, I feel like it's on some other, a whole nother level. And I think in time, what type of time they were on, all of that will be revealed as well. And they'll have to deal with it. And who knows, they may very well be on some of those tapes. So only time will tell. Lamy says, they say Janice was at the freak offs and was a party starter. She was getting those IVs after the parties. I hadn't heard that, but listen, Freddie P, like Mama's the one who running ish. So I wouldn't be surprised at all. Y'all remember a video that was going around when we all learned about the freak offs after that lawsuit, Cassie hit him with that lawsuit. And there was a video going around with Diddy talking with his mama, and they was on camera. And the mama hand, she had the white fingernail polish, and the mama was just sitting there. It wasn't coming off as a mama. It was, to me, she was coming off as a partner, somebody you're in a relationship with, or somebody you smashing. But anyways, the camera kept focusing on her fingernails. And at that time, remember, freak offs was like this big thing where Cassie talked about the white nail polish. And many ladies, including myself, wear white nail polish. So it gave a whole new meaning to white nail polish. It's the freak off white. That white ain't gonna never be the same. I'm still gonna wear my white, but that's the freak off white. So when we saw the video with him and his mom, it's just like, dang, they're focusing on her fingernails. And they were talking about just his mama's relationship, her being single, ready to mingle. It just sounded like he was trying to, like a pimp, like he was trying to market her. And she had the white nails. So I feel like that video was one of those, when you know, you know. So those who are familiar with his freak offs, his events, they know that the women will wear white nail polish. So by putting focus on her fingernails, that was letting the world know, or who, people who were privy to the freak offs, to know what it's about. Like, listen, this is what we do, like advertisement. So that's what I picked up from that. And a lot of people picked, the video I was watching was people picking that up because we learned what white nail polish meant from those legal documents, from the lawsuit. So mama is on some other type of stuff. She's with shits. She is. And I feel like she need to go down too. I feel like mama needs to go down too. Take them damn wigs, because you can't have the wigs behind bars. They don't do that. So I don't know if she got some cornrows under there. If she got a TWA, if she got a buzz cut, I don't know, but it's time for us to see it. God damn it. We need to see it, because she needs to be what her son is. And she needs to be stripped of everything just as he has. It's her time too. It is her time. And as we see, Freddie P ain't got no sympathy for that damn old woman. He says she can catch these hands too, basically, in so many words. She can get it and not get it, and getting it in a way that she like, getting it in another way. So she needs to have her time too. I'm hoping her old behind hell. They threw Bill Cosby in jail. They didn't care that he was a senior citizen. So clearly they lock senior citizens up too. They lock senior citizens up too. Especially, y'all know they quickly lock them up if they brown. They don't care. They don't care. It is what it is. The TWA, listen, I don't know, because sometimes folks get to shaving their head underneath the wig because they say the wig fit better, because you can be bulky if you got a lot of hair under there. So the wig wearers, they say, listen, the hair gets in the way. I think it's the craziest shit ever to compromise your real hair for the fake hair, but that's neither here nor there. So she probably got her a buzz cut or a TWA, so them wigs can wig the way she needs them to wig. That's all I'm saying. So welcome you all. Make sure you hit the like button. Let's get into the next video. Let me see what's the next one that we got. We are coming close to getting through these videos. We probably got maybe, looks like it's maybe 2 more. So this one we about to get into is a little more than 4 minutes. So we're going to get into it. This is him getting in. He going like, let's Farnsworth Bentley is entering the chat. Farnsworth Bentley. Freddie said he treated Farnsworth Bentley like a girl holding an umbrella and calls out Sean. Listen, Sean. Lord have mercy. Let's see what he had to say. Let's see what Mr. P had to say. Let's get it, fair use.
Yeah, I would too. But in the last interview we did, you was telling me about how Diddy, how he treated Farnsworth and Harv Pierre like one of his bitches. If you don't mind, can you go more into detail about that? Like, detail a time or two where, he did that to him.
Every day. It's just the way he talked. You ever seen the clip how he talked to Lorianne Gibson one day? He was snapping on her. He was like, I don't give a yo, they don't want your input. This ain't the time for your input. Ain't no interjections. That's how he talk. That's how he talks to me. Farnsworth Bentley, more so than Harv. Like I've never really I've seen Harv submit. Put it like that. I've seen Harv, a real gangster nigga when he around me, turn into a. It's on camera. I got it on my page. Go look at it. It's a video. Well, it's a joking video, but it's a video we all sitting at the table and Diddy telling Chopper about Lynn. And look at Harv. She look like. I'm like, yo, this ain't the nigga I know. When he around me, this nigga got into real serious wordplay, like threats. I know, like, you got to be about that life you talking, you know what I'm saying? And I know, like, stories of him getting into, like, he got hands. Then when you see him around Diddy, you like, who is this man? He talked to him like girls, man. I won't go there with Farnsworth because there was so many incidents. It was just a regular, just the way they carried themselves. It's Nick holding the umbrella for you and him just talking to you any kind of way. Hey, yo, he don't talk with respect like, yo, man. He talk at you and you do. And that's how he treat you like bitch to me. You get what I'm saying? Like, he ain't got no respect for him.
Yeah, I just find it crazy that Farnsworth, he ever came out and said anything about Diddy. And I know he know a lot.
NDAs probably. I know he was on the NDA for sure. But not only that, I keep telling y'all, a lot of people happy he locked up. They're scared. What Kanye did took balls. You know what I'm saying? You see what he said? Let's just meet up. Like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna do shit to you. Let's just meet up. That's what he told Kanye. So a lot of people just scared. You know what I'm saying? They happy he locked up. And that's what he fucked up at. Like, a lot of his people, he ruled through fear. So a lot of them niggas kind of like rejoicing right now.
How you feel about Sean coming out blaming Diddy for putting him in prison?
Oh yeah. But I think he gave Sean a meal or something when he came home. Don't quote me on that. I've heard it. But it's kind of like a situation I say with Gene. Like, Sean, what you want us to feel about that? It's like when he was out, you could have addressed it. You could have, you know what I'm saying? Now he's in, and you want to tell your story. Like, bro, like, did you take the money? Was you compensated? Because right now I go do the time you did for about 2-3 million. Right now. So, were you compensated? Are you at a point in your life? Have you ever reached a point in your life where you was past it? Then I can't. Now, back in the days, I could have defended you, but I can't. Like, nigga, you was compensated. It's a part in the book too. It's parts in the book about that too. Y'all gotta read it. Where he was like, she alluring to that. That he had something put up for Sean when he got out, and that he was really trying to get like the blame on Sean. She's giving insight around that whole situation of what was going on at the time. So at the time, we watching from the outside, she telling us from the inside. So a lot of stuff gonna make sense to y'all just off of what y'all saw on TV, but you ain't never had answers to.
So if you can recall, like in that book, she did talk about Sean. Remember, she was at the house with Diddy when J-Lo showed up to the house, just spazzing because of what happened with the shooting. And Diddy was like, don't worry about it. I got somebody who's going to take the fall. Sean going to do it. And J-Lo and Kim both were like, what? You crazy. He ain't finna do that. He was like, yes, he will. He felt confident in true Diddy form. Yes, he will. He'll take it because he knew that he was going to, financially compensate him to make it worthwhile. Now, to me, $1 million to me wasn't enough for no 10 years, but he knew that he can buy him. He knew that. So Freddie P is like, okay, I don't want to hear your cries today as you tell your story because, player, you got paid for that. He done got over on me and other people, and we ain't make no money. You made a meal from what they say. So why are you talking when you got compensated? You basically legit signed up for that because you got a payout. So miss me with that. So that's why he's saying back then I felt, would have felt sorry for him because that was before anybody, knew, the inside. You just on the outside. You're like, oh, that's so sad. That's too bad that happened to him. But now that he knows what he knows, it's like, player, I can't have sympathy for you. Like, I can't have sympathy for you like I can have for these other people who's gotten taken advantage of, such as myself, who didn't get no money. So had I got the money, hell, he didn't even say 1 million. He said 2-3 million. Yeah, I go do a bid for you, but I ain't get that kind of money. Hell, he said if he paid him off, he wouldn't even be doing these interviews right now. He would have sat down some goddamn where and shut the hell up. But the fact that he didn't get a payout, you like, shit, I'm telling every damn thing. I ain't getting no check. So what they say, money talks, huh? Money talks. Lami says, yes, she needed comfy bunk in her jail cell and stripped of those blonde wigs. Child, we ready for them blonde wigs to go any damn way. It probably would take for her to go to jail before us to not see her with him because she ain't giving them up. Lami said, yes, Kanye told his security to keep Diddy away from him. He doesn't fool with Diddy at all. I wonder why. Take that. Diddy just be taking it. Farnsworth, why do y'all think he jumped ship? My thing is the people get it twisted about NDAs. They think NDAs is just an end all be all, and that's not how they works. An NDA is null and void when there are laws broken. So if Farnsworth seen some stuff and there were laws broken, that NDA goes out the window. Now, if it was something just from an immoral, that's one thing. But the way this man had been moving, it's been both immoral and unlawful. So whatever NDA he got, I'm sure he can get around that based off of what information that he's trying to come forth with, because most of the people who talk and tell stories about him, it's a story centered around Diddy breaking the law. There's immoral activity taking place, but there's also laws being broken as well. For one, every story damn near got drugs involved. So there's that law broken. NDA gone away. You got drugs entered into the story. So there you go with that. So people that be trying to hide behind these NDAs, I think they know this type of stuff, but they just be fearful just for just being touched, being dealt with. And I do believe that there are so many other people who still haven't come forth with stories because they don't trust that he still can't have them touched by somebody else, because they know this is a man that don't get his hands dirty. So they know these things. So they like, you know what? I'm still going to chill and sit on this one. Let me let some more time go by. Let me see, as these other people who are bold enough to talk, let's see how it fares out with them. And if they still continue to have a heartbeat after X amount of, like, they trying to wait it out. So I get it. I get it. They like, listen, I don't know. He only been gone for about 45 days, like 60 days. Like I need, I need at least the verdict to come in where I know, okay, there's been a sentence. Because right now he still be asking for bail. So these people are not convinced that he just done died, like he's gone, because he hasn't even gone to trial yet. And he has these lawyers. So these people are like, I don't know, because this is still Diddy. And he's convinced a lot of people that he's untouchable. And regardless, so even though these people are saying, oh, he locked up, he's getting, they like, I'm not quite convinced of that just yet. Ariane said everybody NDA was canceled. Listen, so Farnsworth say, using him as an example, not coming out. I don't think it has anything to do with the NDA. I think it's much like him coming out and speaking on things. It's also going to incriminate himself. Because remember, Gene on some stuff like, yeah, that didn't happen on my watch, but I know all that happened. But yeah, I wasn't at work that day. Farnsworth, I think he's smart enough to know that's not going to fly by. I'm not going to be able to say this happened, but I wasn't there. Like, how do you, at least like y'all seen with Kim's Lost Words, as Freddie P said, she had to tell on herself because she's like, ish popped off. I was there. Yes, I was with the shits. Yeah, this is where I was at time. I was on that stuff. I was with it too. But I got to let y'all know what all was happening. So she was willing to tell on herself for the bigger picture. You know what I'm saying? To paint the bigger picture. Jean, no. So really, she got the bigger balls than all of them, really, when you think about it, because she was willing to share her part that she played in it as she told everything else, because she know people with common sense gonna be like, well, hell, how you know, first of all, this was taking place, and where were you? The same questions that Jean is getting hit, but Jean saying, listen, I wasn't at work that day. I was out on sick leave. I was out on FMLA. Farnsworth Bentley knows that that's going to sound crazy. So clearly he's smarter than Jean. And he like, I ain't going to be out here looking crazy trying to say what had happened was, and then be trying to talk about how I didn't play a part in it, how I wasn't there, but though I got all the tea. He knows it's not going to make sense. So what he's doing, he's saying, I ain't saying nothing until, if them people come knocking on my door. But until then, my name is Bennett. I ain't in it. That's the stance he's taking. So he's doing what he feels is best for him and his. That's where he is at now. Now, for me, I more so probably respect more so kind of how he's moving with the silence than really with Jean, as Jean telling it, but being strategic with removing himself from it. Like, y'all let me know, like, which one, because Ben Farnsworth just like, listen, I'm over here, I'm living my life, I got my family, whatever. Jean out here talking, making money on the clicks and views, saying whatever, but being very creative with removing himself from the most egregious acts. So it's like, okay, which one are you here for? That one is saying, listen, what they say, if you ain't gonna tell it right, don't say nothing at all. If you ain't go, and I feel like Farnsworth is sitting on that side of like, listen, I'm just not, if I'm not ready or feel like I'm able or safe enough, got the balls, the courage, whatever you want to say it. If I feel like I can't say it all, then I'm not going to say nothing, because I'm not going to come out and try to sugarcoat it or half-ass it and try to remove myself to make myself look better. And now I'm looking worse because I'm trying to, hopscotch around ish. So let me just not say nothing. To me, Kim was the one that was the bigger person, because she like, listen, I know I'm out here looking like, I know how I'm out here looking hot in the ass. I know I'm looking hot in the ass, but I got to tell y'all what had happened. Yes, I was on some damn other stuff, but y'all was on drugs. Listen, it is what it is. I was living that life, but this is what was going down. You respect that. So it makes sense why she came out sounding like this versus Jean ass talking about it can't be true. Why would she air herself out like that? Because motherfucker, she got more balls than you got. That's how she was able to do that shit. She was the G, you wasn't. She was the G, you wasn't. That's why you don't understand. You don't understand. She was 10 toes down. You don't know nothing about that. That, 110-pound woman, 5 foot nothing woman was harder than all of them. Was harder than all of them. So that's why you don't understand, because you're not a real one. You're not a real one. You're probably the least real out of Farnsworth, Bentley, and her, because you out here trying to tell a story in creative ways to remove yourself from it. But you was the fucking bodyguard. How, Sway? How you the bodyguard, but you ain't see shit? What kind of fucking bodyguard were you? Who the fuck was you bodyguarding? Who were you bodyguarding when you didn't see shit, but though you got all the tails? You like the goddamn tails from the crypt. You on everybody's platform talking, but you ain't see shit. Hell, at least Jaguar Wright said shit. Yeah, I was in the industry. I was a fucking dominatrix. Yeah, I was deep. I was tying MFers up, whipping them, and having sex. Listen, I was in it. His goddamn ass like, listen, I was just driving. I was opening doors, but yeah, Diddy was doing this, but yeah, I mean, no, that was happening, after this. Motherfucker, if you don't sit your big goofy ass down, y'all, the more I'm hearing from other people's stories and they talk, the more I'm kind of looking at him side-eye, because you were the mother effing bodyguard
You were there. You were his right-hand man like Farnsworth Bentley. So you got one that's saying, I ain't saying nothing because he was there. He knows he was there. That's why he's not saying anything. Then you got the other one running his chops, but being creative on how to remove himself from it. Y'all peep, you got to peep game. That's what I'm peeping. He like, shit, I got to talk because I need to make some money. Listen, like times I ain't getting nobody ain't hiring me for no check, running me no checks. So I gotta listen, I gotta find a way to tell some things, but make sure that I don't incriminate myself when I ain't out here looking crazy. So yeah, I gotta get creative with it. Let me practice in the mirror. Let me practice a little bit because I'm gonna have to get this out because this YouTube thing popping, and I gotta be able to bring the people in. And when I tell them I was Diddy's bodyguard, that's gonna grab their attention. But I gotta think about what stories I'm gonna tell them. Okay, I got some stories, but God damn it, I got to figure out how I can remove myself from it because this shit that I know, it's going to, knock their socks off, but I got to figure out how to remove myself from it. Y'all see how much damn work that is? He again then turned into a whole motherfucking storyteller. He done got creative as a mother. He can write books. He can write books. He done got creative, y'all. He done got creative. And you want to get an attitude if you try to question him about what the fuck he was at when it was popping off, but you the right-hand man. But you wasn't there? Who the fuck was guarding him then? If it wasn't you, what you earning a check for nothing? I don't know, y'all. The math ain't mathing for me with that. I don't care. Listen, listen, that 1 + 1 ain't goddamn adding up to 2. He trying to make our goddamn ass believe it's goddamn 5. And I just can't do it. I got too much sense education for somebody to be trying to make me believe some shit that ain't what it is. Ain't what it is. So we got one more to get into that I'm going to show you with Freddie P talking. And, just sharing, sharing tea about what's been going on in this industry. Listen, Miss Me. y'all laughing, but y'all know I'm on to something. Karen said, that's why some of them come forward as anonymous Jane Doe. Right. But this MF like, nah, I want y'all to see me because he's trying to get $1. He's trying to make some money. So he's willing to put himself out there and look crazy for $10 or $1. He don't give a damn about his pride. He don't care about nothing like that. Farnsworth over here like, shit, I didn't already was looking crazy all on TV, man, when I was holding up a goddamn man's umbrella. I'm not going to come back out here in these streets looking and sounding crazy by trying to tell Diddy tales and trying to remove myself from the egregious stuff. I'm not finna do it. So I'm just going to sit over here, mind my business until I'm forced to have to step up and speak on it. That's where he at with that. I don't know. At this point, I'm feeling like I respect that more than what Gene is doing because Gene on some other stuff and I'm not with it. Lami says, I think Farnsworth may have been contacted by the feds, but he is staying out the drama. And that's that. But clearly we see he ain't trying to make no money off of it. Lami said, I can't do Gene deal. I listen, like the last time I heard him speak, like was said when he was on Emrek's show a few weeks back, Emrek did ask him about it and he kind of copped the attitude like he was offended. Like, how would you ask something like that? Motherfucker, what do you mean? You've been on everybody goddamn platform that made all kinds of money telling Diddy tales, talking about how he this and he that and what you seen, but you getting offended with people saying, okay, but did you see this? No, I didn't see that, but I seen this. And I was here. That didn't happen on my watch. I was out on PTO then. I was on FMLA. I had foot surgery then. Like, what? Player. So listen, he gets the side eye from me. That's all I'm saying. He gets the side eye from me. Let's get into this final video with Freddie P talking. And he's saying what Diddy likes. It's 5 minutes. So let's get into it. It's the last one. Welcome you all. Hit the like button. Fair use. Let's get it.
I respect it, man. But you heard how Diddy lawyers came out blaming the feds for leaking the footage of Diddy and Cassie?
Yeah. That's what I'm trying to say. They know you're guilty for most. They want the public They just want you, bro. They want you in there they gonna try to give you 40, 50 years for the shit that you got away with, and it's gonna look like it's because of sex trafficking. It could be the feds making more people come out. People that just went to Diddy parties and got just coming out. You know what I'm saying? People who reputations might have been on camera, they gonna come out and make it look like it wasn't consensual. A lot of stuff was consensual. And just be real with it. I don't like the nigga, and I'll tell you that. But I can say it's a lot of people that was strung along. A lot of people he did use the power to get to. If he wants you, it's a difference opposed to you wanting to come party with Diddy. If Diddy wants you, he's gonna do what he has to do to get you. If you want that's hard to get, if you straight, if you know what I'm saying, if you want that's hard to get, he may put a little effort in. He may cut a check. He may do it. But as far as the people that jumping to be in Diddy car, I don't see that. You get what I'm saying? It's 20 bitches, white bitches waiting outside the club as soon as you get out. He don't want that. He probably want the one that's saying no. You get what I'm saying? He like a challenge. He want the he got a little thing for boys. He got a thing for little boys. That might be a little worse than R. Kelly if you ask me. He got a thing for little boys. And people keep saying it's more than one little boy. That's what I'm hearing. It's more than the A-lister. That's just the one that made they just saying, that's why I say go read the book. Kim say she got the tapes. And that's what made her and him fall out. That was enough for her because she was raising a child and she hadn't allowed him around Quincy. And then when you think of everything she said and then how Quincy acting right now, it's like, Nick, what y'all talking about? Him talking to me from the dead. Anyway, I'm about to drop this song called Miss Porter. I'm sorry, Miss Porter. I got to do this for your daughters.
You heard about how Jennifer Lopez, her ex-husband, came out saying that she was at the freak house with Diddy?
Because because the feds behind the scenes, they're approaching a lot of people. They hitting, they doing their work right now. So a lot of people figuring out right now what their friends was doing, what their loved ones was doing, what they mate was doing at them parties. You get what I'm saying? Because like the Apple from being crumbled Fitch guy. That's from Diddy. A lot of these guys that you see all this shit right now is from Diddy. All these big names that's gonna start falling, it's from Diddy. A lot of people lawyering up right now that we probably can't even see. It's from Diddy. You get what I'm saying? So Puff probably giving up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? He probably end up giving up some shit to get free. You know, if I was him, I ain't no snitch, but he in a different. Me, I believe if you do your shit, you do your time. But he's in a different position of life. You know what I'm saying? He has information. Information is power, and that's probably why he was a CIA. People was saying he was a CIA because they information gatherers. So if you're working for the CIA, I mean, if you gather information like that, I'm pretty sure you was approached by the CIA of high level prospects in your house like that, people like that in your house, dealing with people like that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was approached by the CIA, and them tapes is probably for the CIA. Those tapes is probably for the CIA, not for Puffy. I believe it's bigger than him. It's definitely bigger than him because he was running the operation.
So you believe Diddy should take the stand?
I think that's the route Diddy gonna go. Because Diddy noticing right now that a lot of people happy I'm locked up. And he don't mean the public. The motherfuckers that, you know what I mean? That he had the hand on for so many years. The people that's trying to step up and be the next Diddy. The president out the way, you think you want my job, huh? I need to get back out there. Y'all got me that I'm gonna show y'all. How I beat this. I think that's where his ego at right now. He's trying to get back to that seat because he know if that final conviction come in, that seat over with and it's open. And the next Diddy moving up in that bitch. And he might not carry himself as Diddy carried himself. You know what I'm saying? He might bring an end to a lot of stuff that Diddy forced. You get what I'm saying? A lot of parties, he like, yo, we through with that. You know, we more result, you know, the kids, yo, no more kids around us. He might be different, the person that's stepping up, or she. But it's definitely a table that they sit at and his seat open right now. And he's trying to get back to that seat.
Interesting. Do y'all have anybody in mind who you think would get to that seat. I'm thinking it's somebody who would already be in the industry. What about Usher? Can y'all see Usher getting to a point of like a Diddy as far as making power moves, impacting, you know, other people's careers? Because he's big, child. I get so many text messages about concerts. I've seen him when he did his residency last year in Vegas. And hell, he went back out there, and it's just like, when the hell, take your ass home? Like, he's still out there pulling women. Like, I'm like, at this point, I'm like, I was the Usher fan up until, you know, all this stuff that came out. So now, you know, I ain't got nothing for Usher anymore. But he won't seem to take his ass home. He don't want to be at home. He'd have married that woman. Think they had, 2 kids together, but he don't want to be at the house. He do not want to be at the house. And again, as we say, the people who are getting all the accolades, getting all the wins, it's a reason why, because they're yes people. He's saying yes. Do y'all think he gonna yes his way all the way to the boardroom, and he's gonna be the next big name where people's careers are going to be in his hands? I just can see it just when I think about just people, anyone who's in the industry right now who basically kind of got a clean resume. You know, Usher didn't have some things come out, but the powers that be kind of have made it go away, because they will make your indiscretions go away if they still feel like they can benefit from you. Y'all seen it happen with Kevin Hart. He'll, you know, when he got caught up messing around his wife in Vegas, that was headlines for a matter of some weeks, and then it went away. But though somebody who the industry ain't trying to protect, you know, it don't go away. It just lingers, and you keep hearing stuff. So that's how I always know when somebody's protected, when something happens with someone in the industry, and then it quickly kind of gets brushed under the rug, and you continue to see them elevate, you know, make money. And Usher's one of those people, just like I said, Kevin Hart is. So let me see. Ariane said, Gene, pick a side, sir. Yeah, right. But it's too late for him. It's either people see things like us honor students, how we see it, or they don't. They think, you know, Gene's a savior. But I think most people got enough sense. I think most people are like, yeah, he's seen some shit. He just, you know, trying to protect himself. But they still here for try to listen to what he got to say. I don't think he's out here making up stories. I just think he's getting creative on how to remove himself from it. That's how I feel about when it comes to Gene Deal and the stuff that he put out there. Yvonne says, I see Diddy taking a few down with him. Yes, I can see Usher stepping into that position. It's going to be somebody, and I definitely feel like it's going to be someone who we do know. It's not like going to be some unknown person, because Diddy, you know, he started pretty much at the bottom and worked his way up. So I don't see just somebody just out of thin air being just plopped into his seat. It'll be somebody who, for the most part, is kind of respected in the industry, where people are like, yeah, he, you know, he earned his stripes, you know, he's done his dues. He got a lot of knowledge when it comes to just this industry. He's talented, he's smart, he's charismatic, he's a walking brand. Like, he's good, like, you know, in comparison to, say, Chris Brown resume looks nothing like Usher's. And remember when Usher was hit with, you know, with this herpes, some of the big girl came out, did a press conference with, I think it was Gloria Allred's daughter was her attorney, talking about he gave her something, and that was settled. And then again, you know, that got brushed under the rug. Like, stuff like that can kind of end your career. But if the powers that be feel like they still can use you, they be like, you know, don't worry about it. We got it. Don't worry about it. We got it. But when it comes to Diddy, the reason why he's locked up right now is because the powers that be aren't saying, don't worry about it. We got it. They got out of the way and allowed for him to be got. That's why he's where he is. What happened with him is what happened with, remember in the book where Diddy was having a conversation with somebody, the name wasn't let known. I don't think it was a conversation with Jay-Z. It was somebody he was having a conversation with about no longer providing protection for Biggie. Because remember in the book, this was a man that Diddy had just smashed. and she didn't say who his name was. It was like, somebody that was at one of the, the wild parties or whatever. So it was like the next morning they were having a conversation. And Diddy, I think that was when Diddy let it be known that, listen, it's Biggie's time up. We are not per se going to touch him, but we're not going to provide protection for him either. So if, given that he was about to be entering into the ops territory, going to going to West Coast, it was like, well, we ain't doing nothing to him, but we're just saying we're not going to put up the money to protect him either, since we're hearing that he's trying to jump ship, leave us, and go to, I think he was going to link up with Tupac, and they was going to do their thing. So he got pissed off. So he like, bet, okay, well, fine. I ain't putting up no money to protect you or protect him. So he on his own out there. So he left him uncovered, because at this point he was like, I'm done with him. You serve no purpose for me anymore. I don't care. I feel like that's how the industry did Puffy. When they decided that, okay, we don't care about you no more, they removed all protections that he had around him up until that point. So he was able to get got. Because remember, like I said, when they still want to work with use you, your indiscretions, they will create other stories, other distractions to get people talking about other things other than what's going on with you, like with Kevin Hart. Anytime something will happen with Kevin Hart, y'all, it'd be like a nanosecond that is talked about, and then you move on. Y'all remember when he got into that car accident, he flipped over and there was some people in the car with him, and they said his bodyguard, his people got him out the car and left the other two people in the car. It was like a man and a woman. They left them and then took Kevin back to his house, but left the people in the car, and the people had to just be laid upside down in a ditch, in a creek, wherever the hell they was, until help came. Who does that? Who does that? So when that came out, remember, we heard the 911 call where the wife called 911 because I guess he had showed up all banged up, with the bodyguard, and she sounding crazy, and she saying whatever she's saying, and people like, what? The whole thing just was disturbing. It was just disturbing. But it just got skirted under the rug about him goddamn leaving some folks, and it was his damn car. It was his car, and he left the damn people. He left him. It got pushed under the rug. But that's what happens when the powers that be still feel like you're a benefit to them. They feel like they can still make money off of you. When you're still saying yes, this is what they will do for you. Diddy became a whole problem when he talked about suing the people, the brand or whatever, centered around that Ciroc stuff. Remember, a long time we thought Ciroc, he owned that. Come to find out, he was just a face of it, just like Jay-Z when it came to that New York is at the Knicks, the basketball team. Remember, he was pushing stuff like he owned some shit, and come to find out, he was just like had a very small percentage of investment in it. And it was some white guy who basically owned the majority of it, but he was like the face. That's what happened. That's how they get you. So they have you believing that they own some shit to get you to buy in, to get your support, to get you to spend your money. Just like I think right now, Jay-Z got something going on dealing with gambling. People got a whole issue with that because that's pushing, it's never good when it comes to the Black community, especially the hoods, when there's casinos and gambling machines in the communities and the corner stores, because people be taking their money, their checks, and just running through it in the casinos. That's why a lot of these places fight against having like gambling in their cities. I know Atlanta for years it's been talks of bringing casinos and all of that here, but it just hasn't happened. I live in the suburbs, so I remember going into just a wing shop maybe 2 years ago. Maybe it's like about 2 years ago, going into a wing shop, and there was gambling machines in there. I was surprised because I remember over the years it would come up in conversations, but none of the mayors had ever approved it. But from what I've come to learn is that for our community, the Black community, it's not good for our communities because people develop these addictions, and the money, they checks, they social security, like they run it through the machine. Like it's just all bad. It's just not good. So Jay-Z, I can't remember what other celebrity that he's linked up with pushing that. You all can let me know if you're familiar, you know what I'm talking about. But there's somebody else. It's another celebrity that he was pushing that with. I don't know if it was P. Diddy before he got picked up, if he was the other person that was pushing the whole gambling thing, betting. I think it was dealing with, I think the gambling thing they were pushing was something dealing with betting against, I think, sports or something like that. But y'all know black folks, they getting real excited. Folks, we like to spend money, but we not really thinking ahead with for the community, how it can impact the community when our families, our households are going without because money has been spent on just placing these bets, and people aren't able to support their families, pay their bills, or people getting caught up in these situations that can result in just their life being on the line because now, you got to pay up because you done gambled and you done placed these bets. Gambling is overall, it's just not good. It's not healthy. It's just not healthy. Some people can kind of do it and be like, okay, I can put a little bit on it and go about my business. But there are so many people who have gambling addictions. Like that's a real life addiction. Just like people go to AA, for alcohol, or, go to, meetings for drugs. People got gambling addictions. That's a whole thing. And people go there to try to, get healing and shit, get fixed so they can stop spending their money, spending up their check in these casinos or placing these bets. So these people, everybody, it's just all about self-gain at the end of the day. And the more these stories are hitting the media as far as these people and their indiscretions and their shenanigans, the more it makes us regular people, to become more aware of what is going on. And when you become aware, you start to take notice of these things. So when you see other people kind of showing signs that they moving that type of way, you're able to kind of put your guard up and back away because you see what kind of time they on, because you've seen it before. And that's where we are. So let's just say I'm talking about Usher and thinking that his name would probably be a viable one, just going off of his resume. As I think about the people in the industry, he's next on the food chain. But at the same time, we like Usher as far as from his craft, but we're talking about the industry and their indiscretions. So now we look at Usher with the side eye. You see, because when you become aware and you take notice and you recognize and you're not in denial about the issue that's going on in the industry, even for those people we do like, when we hear about the things that they've participated in, we're not here for it. It's like, yeah, I did like you, but now that you on that, I got to back away. I got to move around. And I hope that when it comes to him, eventually people will kind of collectively start to take that tone. And I don't know what his sales are like with his concerts and all of that, but his name is coming up more and more and more. And I only hope that it starts to have an impact on his brand, on his bottom line, because what they say, you got to hit people in their pockets. That's really when they start really feeling some stuff. And Diddy has been hit in his pockets. And so that time is here. What they say, every dog must have their day. This is his day. And most of the world are here for it. And Mama Combs, she pissed off about it, but we don't give a damn. It's like we don't give a damn about them damn ugly ass blonde wigs. We don't give a damn. We don't give a damn about you or your son. We don't care. You and him both need to be underneath the jail. And if them damn dusty sons with the shits too gone, they need to go on out there too. And may the Lord be with the girls. Hopefully they can have some type of fighting chance in this world, because we know that it's unrealistic that they haven't been exposed to some things that your average young lady, within their age ranges have been exposed to. We can just only wonder what they have been exposed to up until now. It's very sad. I think all of them gonna need counseling. Everybody gonna need counseling. But we live long enough. We got breath in our lungs. we will hear their stories. We will see as they continue to grow how all of this has impacted their lives, because it will impact their lives. It will forever impact their lives. The best that they will be able to do is to get counseling, and they may have to spend a lifetime of counseling. That's how deep this is. They may have to be in counseling for a lifetime, but they will need counseling to help them navigate through these times, because it's a lot. It's a lot for me as a content creator, just covering everything surrounding his situation. I know it's a lot for people who just watch content. It's a lot. I be around. I hear other large platforms talk about their, how heavy and how it's a lot. And they try to move around and kind of talk about other things because it's a lot. It's always something unfolding like daily. And I even have to take breaks from it. So imagine being in that family. Imagine being one of his children, one of his daughters, and this is your life. This is your family. You can't go nowhere without somebody asking. Y'all seen that picture with Jennifer Lopez recently? She was, I saw this, I think today. She went to an event or something. A paparazzi, somebody messed around and asked her a question about Diddy, her involvement with Diddy. Child, it messed her whole spirit up. She all looking all long faced. Let me see if I can find it. She looking all long faced and stuff in a car because she got asked. Well, I guess she out trying to make her money. I think she was at some event somewhere with her daughter. I didn't see the daughter, but I seen her in a car looking pitiful with her driver, just looking. But they say it stemmed from somebody in the media there asking her about her involvement with Diddy, and her feelings was hurt. Her feelings was hurt. Let me see if I can find it. But I'm like you can just see it all over her face, like Jennifer Lopez. Let me see if I can find it really fast. Let me see if I can find it. But y'all, she was looking real pitiful. Let me see if I can find it. I want to find the picture of her in the car. If I can find the pictures where she's in the car in the passenger seat. Let me see if I can see. And for loving. Look, asked about Diddy. Caught looking. Hold on. I am trying to find it because she looked like listen. Okay. So that was okay. I think I found it. Let me see if it's on here. Where is that? Yes, about awkward. Maybe it'll show here. I'm about to share my screen and I'm gonna see if it'll show it, because I seen a still picture of it, but it wasn't like all the pictures that I was seeing. So we'll see if they'll talk about it on here. This is where we at. We're on the Daily Mail. Let's get into this Daily Mail. So this is when Jennifer, this talks about, it says Jennifer Lopez leaves abruptly as she is asked awkward question about Diddy at an autograph signing after detailing their tempestuous and emotionally exhausting relationship. So let's see what they say.
Sir, not behind your belt. Are we going to start this? Hold the guys. Open that up, guys. Guys, don't lean on the mat. Don't lean. Just fine, don't lean. You guys get out of control.
Do you have any comments about P. Diddy and the allegations?
Go back and look. Don't lean. Just fine, don't lean. Be nice, just fine.
Hi, Jennifer. How are you, Jennifer? Good to see you.
If you like the photo, I can delete it. Trust me. You're my photo. When I got it the best photo.
You look good, Jennifer. How about that? How about you just give her?
You select the photo.
Yeah.
I'm taking the best photo. You select it. You don't like it. You don't take it.
Hey, Jennifer, do you have anything to say about this Diddy situation? Any comments on that, Jennifer?
So, but let me see if I go back. Let me see if I go back. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to share my screen again. And this is the pictures that I was talking about where I said she was looking sad. Can you see? Let me see if I click on it. This is how she was looking after she went someplace and was asked about him. I guess she just wants it to go away. Let me see. I got it jumped to another screen. It's like she just wants it to go away. Look at her. She looked like her dog died. Like she looked real sad. But listen, it is what it is. It is what it is. Y'all see that face? She look real pitiful. Because I don't know how she thinks she can navigate through this world without people asking her about her time with him. I don't know how. I don't know what she think gonna happen. Ariana said she like time to go. Yeah, like this is her life right now. Everywhere she goes, she is going to be asked about this man. They were in a whole relationship. And then they say what Ben Affleck came out talking about she was at them parties too. So listen, Ben listen, I don't care. She ain't my wife no more. Are they officially divorced now? I don't know. But he listen, I don't care. I don't need to protect her as long as my kids are good. As my babies are good. Ariana says she looked like she getting slim. She does look smaller. I'm sure it is from stress. I saw that too. She looked smaller. I mean, she still, looked good, but she definitely looked smaller. So I'm sure it's stress because she can't go anywhere and it's just about her. Now it's just like with the kids. I'm sure they get the same experience. You got to come. What about your dad? She can't go anywhere. Them days are over with. I don't see her ever being able to think she can go someplace and not be asked. She would literally have to, if she has any arranged interviews, she would probably have to be on some type of time of, okay, you're not allowed to ask me about this. Because y'all celebrities will do that. But when she's out and about and you got the paparazzi, you can't control that. Them people just throwing them questions out. It's up to you if you want to answer them, but you can't stop them from asking like you kind of can if you're doing like a television interview or whatever, sit down with somebody. You can kind of control that, but not with the paparazzi. You ain't running a dang thing when it comes to the paparazzi. And look, she looking pitiful, but it is what it is. It is what it is. You thought that whatever popped off back then, it was a done deal. It was a long time ago, ages ago, but now, her past is coming back to haunt her. She's like, oh my God, I thought I left this in the past. I thought we were done with this. So, she cussing Diddy out because of what he's done and have brought this light to him. Now, anybody associated with him now has the magnifying glass on them. So she's like, damn it. And anybody who associated with him is like, damn it, you everybody's trying to see what you're doing. This is the same with Farnsworth Bentley. Anybody who is associated with this man, if they go someplace And there's some people that's not personal relation with them, and some randoms that's just throwing out questions. They gonna ask you. Let's see if it's paparazzi. They gonna ask you. And Jennifer, she can't just lay on the low because she's a celebrity. She got kids, she got work, she got movies, so she got to go out and about. She got to do press. She can't just say live a life low key like Farnsworth Bentley. That's not how her life is set up. So this is her new life, and it's gonna be like this, I think, forever, really. I think everywhere she go, there's gonna be somebody throwing a question out there. Good luck with that. Kara said, I think her career is done. It need to be. It needs to be. I ain't been rocking with Jennifer like in a minute. Like it needs to be, because I didn't heard her name be mentioned in some just heinous stuff when it comes to just children, pedophilia, like all of that. I've heard of her name being mentioned. This is before the whole Diddy Cassie stuff, as far as her hitting them with the lawsuit. It's been some years since I've been hearing, at least 2-3 years since I've been hearing J-Lo's name be caught up in the shenanigans. So she's not innocent. She's not innocent. She just skirting under the radar because she's considered to be a beautiful person, a celebrity, but she ain't innocent, and she's not black. Let's keep it real. She's not black. So y'all know when it comes to the other groups, they get passes in a way that typically black people don't get passes for. It's just the way it is. And right now in today's time, look, they don't care how she looking. She ain't getting no passes. She is not getting any passes. And she not married. She not protected by a man anymore. Look, she had a driver. That wasn't Ben with her. Ben wasn't right behind her, slamming doors, looking sad and depressed like her. Because hell, when Ben was with her, his face was looking long like hers. So now hers just look long by herself. I guess he like, ain't no need in us both being miserable together. Let's just go ahead and end this. And he got the hell on. He got gone. So can you blame him? He was like, listen, I got to move around. I just got to be there, make sure. Actually, when I'm talking about kids, they don't even have any kids together. They were a blended family. So that worked out for him. He ain't got no child support or nothing like that. So he can kind of make a clean break. So yeah, he Gucci. We just see who he end up. Maybe he end back up with his ex-wife. Who knows? They seem to have a good relationship. Sometimes people spin the block. Who knows? But one thing we can't see, that he ain't trying to circle back around to that. So yeah, Jennifer's best days have probably, they're definitely probably behind her. And hopefully that's the case for many more in the industry who haven't been living on the up and up. So that's all I got for y'all. It was been a great live stream. We got into a lot of things. If you came in late, definitely be a part of the replay gang. Freddie P had a lot to say. We also listened to the man, what's his name? Courtney Burgess, who is behind the book, Kim's Lost Words, and another book. So he got to talking, saying some things, talking to the feds, telling them, yes, it is true. I got the receipts. So my thing is, did he release the information on the receipts that he had? Did he release it over to the feds for them to at least have copies of it? Because I don't see him being above not letting them have copies of it if it's going to, vindicate her in any type of way. So I'm going to still continue to be tapped in, as exhausting as it may be. I'm going to do it to the best of my ability. But y'all make sure you have the notification bell hit so you know when I go live, and bring you back the tea on all things Diddy, as well as any other type of viral news stories that are going on in the world, because there are more things going on in the world other than Diddy. And we talk about it over here. So check out some of my other content on some of the other things that's also been going on as of late. If you didn't catch the video on the ex-CEO of Abercrombie and Fitch, check that out. That's another creep, but he out on bail, on a $10 million bail. So he didn't get hit with the RICO charge. So on my understanding, that's why he was able to be granted with the bail, whereas Diddy got the RICO charge. So that's why they were like, sir, we need you behind these bars. But yeah, check out that Abercrombie and Fitch one. That's a really good one. It's a doggy dog world out there. So I like to say and in my lives by saying, take care of yourselves and one another. Most importantly, take care of yourself. Go out into the world and be a light in which you want to be shined onto you. Meaning, be an example. Be positive. Do great things. Like attracts like. When you do good by people, they'll do good by you. Like that's just the way it works. Diddy wasn't out here doing good by people, so now it's crickets. Just like Freddie P said, these people, it's like ding dong, the witch is dead, the witch is dead. It's like giving the Wizard of Oz. Like people are like, ooh, praise God, praise God. Who wants people to feel that way about them? But clearly that's how they feel about him. So it is what it is. I think that all that's happening with him is well deserved. And I'm here for any additional punishments. I'm not on on the level of Freddie P at this point with trying to spare him in any type of way. I am just not there yet. That energy that Freddie P got for Diddy's mama, I got that energy for the mama, Diddy, J-Lo, anybody else who been doing the absolute most, violating children, violating other adults, just not doing right by people. So like attracts like. Be positive. Love yourself. Love one another. Most importantly, love on yourself. Like, share, and subscribe. I am Chic. Thank you for joining my live on Chic Speaks, and I will catch you on the next broadcast. Peace.